What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. I see we already have Jonathan here in the chat, and he's talking about the Knicks, and he's going to be bragging about the how the Nets really won the trade, blah 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 blah. All right, we'll get into that a little bit later in the show, man. We'll talk about the Knicks in about I guess 15 20 minutes, and then I guess next week, and where do they actually go from here? All right, so everybody's for sale for the Boston Celtics, and I was trying to find an article I was actually reading earlier, where they're saying they just want to really like shred all the salary, practically start over. I think that's probably one of the directions they want to go in. But let's get into the actual title over here. Porzingis goes to the Nets in a blockbuster trade scenario. And let me actually get the story here on screen. Hold on. One second. What the hell, man? Let me see something here. Here we go. I think this is it right here. Yep, I think I got it. All right. So you guys actually see it right here. It says blockbuster 3-team NBA trade sends Porzingis to the actual Brooklyn Nets. And it says the Celtics have the most expensive roster in the NBA next season to help save the franchise, save salary. Eric Pincus of the Bleacher Report proposes that Boston's trade Porzingis, Xavier Tillman Sr., and don't ask me how to pronounce his name over here, Nemais to Brooklyn, and Drew Holiday to Dallas over there. So the Mavericks and the Celtics to improve in the short term. The Nets invest further in a rebuild. Porzingis averaged 19.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Now, I asked for it was a couple of years ago. I wanted Sean Marks to actually really trade for Porzingis. And I know he's actually been dealing with injuries and some sort of unknown illness, which is like, he's having trouble breathing. Again, I probably know the reason for it, but I don't want to get the channel really taken down or anything like that, man. And it says the 29-year-old Porzingis averaged 19.6 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 1.8 assists with the Knicks, Mavericks, Wizards, and Celtics. He'll be making over $30.7 million next season, the final year of his contract. So yeah, I mean, he's really like the most perfect role player that you can ask for, right? He's a guy that can get you between 20 and 30 something points per game. Now the health thing is really actually concerning, and it says over here the Nets is about to rob the Celtics blind if the latest trade rumors are actually true. So if you look at this story over here, it says all right. So the Nets are the perfect third team to help the Celtics in trades, but at what cost? And it says Boston actually has to get over the second apron. So I mean, if you're a Boston Celtics fan, I mean, this actually really, and because I mean, they're gonna really gut this team. And there's also talks about putting a trade in Jaylen Brown. That's why he's actually in the thumbnail too. So they want to really like kind of start over, and they're also looking to get like a injury exception for Jason Tatum or something like that. So they practically like hitting the reset button, man. So should the Brooklyn Nets actually really take advantage of this and look to make this team much more interesting? Because the team that we seen last season was 27 and 28 in terms of like your offensive and defensive ratings right there, man. So it's bad. And the team was pretty much boring to watch and painful to really talk about, man, because like there's no direction, so at least if you get Porzingis, is a direction. He's a perfect role player, and maybe they can get a Nas Reed. Who knows what happens there? And this draft pick over here, Noah Sanjay, they're talking about he's the next Giannis Antetokounmpo. That remains to be seen, because if his brothers can't be the next Giannis, maybe Noah. I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, if he's the next Giannis, then he would like go number one, right? That's like a generational talent right there, man. So, okay. Was this it right here? Let me get the link in for you guys, man. We'll talk about the Knicks. Hold on, let me get the link in for you guys over here, man. Because do not want to be on here for too long. Maybe like an hour, man. Let me read the comment section over here. Trades could happen now. Yeah, that's true. They could happen right now, man. That's right, Eric. Yep, it should. They could. Ray doesn't like it. Listen, it's better than what we actually seen last year. Hold on, let me let LM. So what don't you like about this whole Porzingis trade to the Brooklyn Nets, man? I mean, it makes the team a little bit more interesting, though.
Nah, man, you can't stay healthy. I don't know why we want injured players on this team, especially for the people that's off the tanking idea. I'm pretty positive y'all would want players healthy
Well,
in
we
order
know
to.
tanking doesn't work, man. It hasn't worked for the
Right, but
last.
I would rather go that route than give an injured player burn. We don't know if Porzingis can even play a 82 season. Like I don't want that on the team.
Well,
Like,
most players aren't going to play like 82 games. I mean, if you can get like 60 to 65 games out of these guys, man, especially in
man, I just
today's
don't think
NBA, yeah, I mean, you'll take it.
I don't think he fits this team. Like he's in his close to his 30s. He should be on a contender or at least a team that can has a chance to win a championship. I just don't think he fits the Brooklyn roster as of now, especially since we really
In
don't
terms of
have
the timeline,
star
you mean?
players. Yeah, like how you 30 on a rebuilding team? You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense. He has to either he stays in Boston or which they gonna have to trade him anyway because it's a second apron. But send him to a team where he can contribute to possibly going to a playoff or a championship roster. I mean, I don't think it makes much sense for him to be in Brooklyn.
You know what's
Um,
good, LM? Because now we can officially focus on the Brooklyn Nets summer plans. Shams is saying this is the most craziest offseason potentially in history. And who has the most cap space? Brooklyn. So listen, with this deal with the Celtics, if they want to trade his KP, the one thing to keep in mind, LM, he's an expiring salary. So it's not likely he'll be in our long-term plan. So if Boston attaches some assets to him, I'm willing to hear them out to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, we ain't taking the guy for free. You better be willing to attach some assets or whatever you got because we ain't taking KP on the cheap due to his health concerns. So he's definitely an option for the Brooklyn Nets. I think everybody's going to be calling the Brooklyn Nets this summer because you really can't complete a lot of deals without Brooklyn being a part of that as a third team. So I feel like we're in a great power play position. Let's just hear who wants to do business with us because everybody's got moves to make and we're here to collect at this point.
All right, so Jonathan actually likes it. Gary, what do you think,
No,
man?
I didn't say I like it. I'm open to it, BK. At the end of the day, as a businessman, you got to be open to any opportunity this summer that gets you assets to build for the following year. But I don't mean I have to like it either.
All right, Gary, what do you think about this whole thing, man? Short
On
term,
on
Jonathan makes a lot
KP
of sense there for once.
on KP.
About
Yeah,
1,000 times that makes sense, bro. Stop.
yeah, I'd bring him in. It's $30 million, right? You're gonna give me picks with it. I'm not just taking his contract to take his contract. You're giving me picks with it.
Facts. At least two picks, but it's a $30 million salary.
And
No
yeah,
one
you
pick.
give me two picks. I'll take his $30 million contract.
Yeah, I think the way the new ownership group in Boston is right now, you got to take advantage of that. If they just really looking to um, gut the roster, and that's because they don't want to pay the second apron tax, then
Yeah,
you have to take advantage of it while you can because like opportunities like this just doesn't come around that often, man. I mean, that's how the Boston Celtics really got Drew Holiday and Porzingis in the first place. Is that teams were just looking to actually gut salary, man. They were looking to go to
what picks
rebuild.
would y'all want from Boston?
They got a pick in this
2026?
draft, right? I think they have a 28th or 29th or 30th pick. I want one of those picks because what the Nets could do is they would have three picks in that later draft. We could package maybe two of those late picks to get a future 2026 first. So I think that would be a strategic move. Yes, you get the expiring salary for the following year. We could also position ourselves to trade for a future 2026 pick. There's different alternatives we can go with getting some assets back from Boston,
what
especially
is
if we want to
Boston
turn
taking
that into
back?
2026
Like
picks.
what is Boston taking back? Like what are we giving
That's my
Boston?
question.
I think it's more of a salary
Oh,
dump on our part
yeah.
because we
Let me
have the
see.
cap
Let me the
space to
details
absorb
over
his
here.
salary.
Yeah, but like the NBA is not going to approve a trade that's Porzingis and 2 first-round picks for nothing, right? So
Maybe you got sign and trade Cam Thomas or something like that. I don't know.
Wait, whoa! Cam Thomas for KP? Stop!
But Boston doesn't want Cam
What?
Thomas at this point. You know, like
What are you
Boston's not
smoking,
going to take
Hoops?
Cam Thomas. They'll just keep Porzingis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it, Hoops. So, Hoops, we have nothing right now at the moment. Cam Thomas is probably one of the best things we got at the moment.
If he's an expiring man, I mean, you're gonna probably lose him next year. They don't want to lose him for nothing, you know. So
you want Claxton? You'll save $5 million.
If they take
Claxton for
they can take him.
KP, that's something interesting. Gary puts out Claxton for KP. I mean, Claxton is a rim runner; doesn't have to do a lot. I mean, Jaylen Brown could just pass him lobs.
Harlem, stay right there. We're gonna talk about your Knicks in about 3 or 4 minutes because we only talk about them when they lose, man.
Harlem owes me an
I mess with
apology.
you, man. I'm joking around. Hold on, man. Let me get to the Knicks. Harlem, you got a lot of explaining to do, man. Because you were talking a lot of shit. Don't talk about don't fuck around. Talk about my Knicks and all this. What's going on, Harlem? You got a lot to explain, man.
BK, you was on the Knicks train too.
Yeah, you were on that trade too. Get out of here. Don't just wait Harlem was out here. You better be taking some of this. You better be taking some of this.
Stupid. I don't know basketball. All this nonsense.
So, all right, cool. So cool, right? So this is what I'm gonna say, right? I'm gonna hurt people's feelings with this, but I'm gonna keep it real. Shout out to Gary. You feel me? Gary kept it real, so I'm gonna keep it real with him. Yo, Gary, congrats on the Pacers winning. But the rest of you dick eaters could kiss my fucking ass. And that's just where it's at.
When you take an L, the other person reciprocates. I picked Boston to beat the Knicks in 5 or 6.
No. Listen, Gary, right? The reason why I said what I said is because of this, right? When the Knicks lose, all right, so I'm gonna talk about your other man with the other podcast, right? I'm gonna talk about him, right? When the Knicks lose, right? So, because there be a lot of cornball niggas on these podcast shit. And when I say what I say, I want to bring clarity to why I say it, right? Because when I call niggas dick eaters, they're, oh, yo, Harlem just be saying this, right? So let me say why I say this, right? When you write a comment, right? If the Knicks lose, right? And then somebody pull up and they show love, you feel what I'm saying? And you delete comments, that's cornball shit, period. I don't care how you cut it, how you slice it, that's corny, my nigga, right? And then
I respect the hell out of them, though, man.
Wait. Right? But then when you got a bunch of niggas, I'm talking to Gary a minute, right? But then, Gary, when you got a bunch of niggas on the train of cornball shit, right? Then it's like, okay, you niggas is just dick riding because that's really what it is, right? Because there's nobody over there to say, yo, bro, like that's corny, whatever. Like whether a nigga a Knicks fan or not, don't delete comments, don't just do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just corny, bro. So I just don't like corny niggas, right? And then when the Knicks win,
Harlem, Jay wasn't advocating for that, so Jay don't count in that.
Hold on.
I said Pacers in 6 to your face. I said Pacers in 6 to your face.
I'm gonna let y'all rebuttal. Let me finish, right? So, right, Gary. So it's like when they lose, I have no problem saying that they lost. But when they lose, you feel me? You don't delete comments. You let niggas come in the comments, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? But if the Knicks would have won, niggas would have let everybody over there trash the Knicks because that's what happens, right? John come in, John trash the Knicks. Cool. I'm not even mad at John trashing the Knicks, right? But if I rebuttal to John, I should be able to rebuttal to John without niggas deleting my comments because the Knicks won. That's all I'm saying. Because when the Knicks lose, you let John trash the Knicks. And then you let me talk my shit. Like, it's just corny shit like that. I just don't like that. So when I call niggas dick eaters, Gary, I'm just bringing context to why I'm saying niggas.
All right, so for the record, that's not this show that does that. All right.
I said Pacers in 60. Harlem. I said Pacers in 60.
I get that. Just for the people that's listening to the show, I'm just saying it's not.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, BK. I'm just saying because when I say, yo, John a dick eater, it's like, oh, you just saying that? No, I'm saying that because John is a nigga that trashes the Knicks. He trashes the Knicks, right? And then when the Knicks win, he's quiet. So all I'm saying is that's why.
I said Pacers in 60.
Hold on. But that's why I respect Gary, right? Because when the Knicks won, Gary came up here. He kept it official. The rest of you niggas don't do that. Y'all trash the Knicks, and then when they lose, niggas be quiet and act like bitches. So my thing is, just keep it real all the time. If they win, show love or shut the fuck up. But don't just dick eat and hate when niggas lose.
All right.
And then when they win, you ain't got shit to say.
I came on this show and said Pacers and 6 to your face, Holm. We had this conversation, so
All right, let's
I
talk about
was
what
ready.
happened in the game. Hold on. Let's talk about
said
what happened.
I'm not
Pacers
just
and
talking to you,
man.
John. It's a lot of you niggas that do that though, John. Y'all just
Right,
trash
but
the Knicks,
Harlem, I
and when
came
they
on
win,
this
you
show.
don't
Wait,
say
I
nothing.
came on this show to debate with you and Ribby. I didn't run away when
Nah,
your team
bro.
was winning. I came on. I
Nah, I'm
acknowledged your
just
team didn't win.
no. I'm just
Well, you know what?
I'm just calling niggas
Mhm.
out. If you gonna hate, you should just show love too. When they won in Game 5, where was you, John? You was nowhere to be found. And
But
it's
wait,
not just
hold
you.
on.
It's a lot of you niggas.
Yeah, that's-
It's a
I
lot
came
of you
away.
niggas.
I came away
And
when he
that's
was
what
covering. When he was
Nah,
covering
bro.
Boston and them, I came on the show and I said your team did
Wait,
get the victory.
hold on.
Right? I said that.
Hold on, John. Hold on. My thing is
let's
this,
talk
right?
about the game,
John.
man. This is
Nah,
all
John.
I didn't run and hide. I don't know what you talking about running and
You know why,
hiding.
John?
Let me just
You
say this,
were quiet. You were the
John,
quiet
you know
one when
why?
your Knicks were losing in Madison Square
John, you know
Garden.
why?
You were the quiet one.
John, you know
Not
why?
me.
Because I
Hold on.
listen.
I don't want to
No.
mute anybody.
Yo,
Hold on,
listen.
one at a time, and hold on, man. Let's talk about the game. All right, Harlem got the
Yo,
off his
BK,
chest.
let me say this funny shit to you, BK, right? When I actually, I listen to BK show. Yo, Gary, let me put you on something. I watch BK show, right? And I secretly watch Breezy show to see how niggas act, right? LM, John, it's a lot of them niggas. When they be on Breezy show, I be listening. Niggas be going extra hard on the Knicks. And then when they come to BK show, niggas be, nah, bro, I'm calling y'all niggas out because I be hearing y'all niggas be trashing the Knicks, bro. Y'all be going extra hard. So don't come over here.
We are Nets
Don't come
fans.
to
We are
BK show
Nets
acting
fans.
like
Get
Gary,
out of here, dude. Dude. They were calling you out for being a
Nah,
pretend
hold on,
Nets
hold on,
fan, man. Did you hear that?
Hold on.
Did you hear that?
Y'all niggas be trash.
Wait. They were calling.
Let's
Hold
get
on.
back into
Wait.
like talking about real
Hold on, BK,
basketball here, man.
let me say this.
No. This guy want to light the grenade up. He better be prepared for some recoil.
I got
Yo,
you.
Harlem,
I
they're
got you. I gotta
hardcore
call
Knicks
niggas
fans.
out.
That's okay.
No, you ain't called
Nah,
shit
that's
out,
cool.
dude. You've been
That's
called out for
cool.
being a
That's
pretend Nets
cool.
fan,
But
and you don't
y'all
deny it.
niggas going,
Hold on,
Don't
guys.
deny it.
Hold on.
Yo,
Listen.
John, I said from the beginning, John, I like the Knicks and the Nets, right?
You never said
I
that. You
said I'm
didn't
a
say it
New
from the
York
beginning.
fan.
I always thought you were a Nets
Hey,
fan,
yo, listen
so
what I'm
Mikal
saying,
got
John.
traded to the Knicks.
Listen what I'm
Then
saying,
you
John.
changed your whole
Listen what
tune,
I'm
man.
saying, John,
You changed that
right?
too quick.
I like both. I like both, right? There is no Knicks and Nets rivalry. There's no Knicks and Nets rivalry, bro. That's not a rivalry. That shit is made up in your head, right? It's no rivalry.
No, it
I
is,
said
but
it don't matter to me
You're
who
wrong.
wins. It don't matter who wins. The Knicks or the Nets, bro. Regardless, it's New York. Y'all the niggas that always make
Okay, wait. I gotta put you on game now. So why were the Villanova? Wait. 1 second. Then why were the Villanova boys trash talking the Nets for a year and a half when we were trying to rebuild? We're not even in your guys' grill and you're talking shit about us, making fun of us. How's that
John.
fair play?
Yo,
Get
John,
out of
let me
here,
tell you
All
man.
right,
something, John, right?
listen. Hold on.
Stop
It's
it.
not going to be. Wait a
You
minute. Hold
dish
on.
what you take. You dish what you can
All right.
take.
Let's get into. Let's talk about what happened tonight at the game and the Knicks. Like pretty much.
BK, hold on though. Well, I do want to say to Harlem, you can't expect that from Breezy and them because they're true Nets fans, bro. They're not going to sit there and give comment
I understand that, right?
games.
But here's the thing, right, LM? All I'm trying to say to you is this, right? When the show started tonight, right? Right? So let's bring context to this. When the show started tonight, the first thing Breezy said was, hold on. When the show first started, the first thing Breezy said, Ellen, was, he said, yo, where's Harlem at? He's not looking for Leaf tonight? That's the first thing he said, right? So when he said that, right? Cool. Now, let me finish what I'm gonna say, right? When he said that, right? When the Knicks won in Game 5,
man.
Hold on, BK. We're gonna get into that, BK. We're gonna get into that.
All right, come on, man.
When the Knicks won Game 5, I came over there, right, LM, and I talked my shit, right? And the nigga put my comment in timeout, right? So then tonight, You say, yo, I'm looking for Harlem. So now you're looking for Harlem because you won? How does that work? You get what I'm trying to say, my nigga? Am I making sense to you? Like, when I go over there, when I win, I talk shit. You put my comment in timeout. When I lose, I come over there and I still talk shit regardless, nigga. It's not like I back down. I still pop up. We lost. I still popped up. And then you just let me talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just keep it both ways. Don't be a hater when we win, and then it's like, oh yeah, well the Knicks won. You feel me? The Knicks lost, so now I'm.
But these
like,
are grown men, Harlem. You're not
That's
going to
what
be
I'm
able to control grown men, man. They're not, just let it go, bro.
I'm not. No,
you know?
I'm not.
We're
I'm
not
trying to
listen,
control
we're
nobody.
not
I'm just
bashing the
talking.
Knicks over here because they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Brooklyn Nets are a bottom of the basement team over here, man.
Oh, stop it, Hoops! You were the same. Wait, Hoops! You were the same guy saying that. Wait, Harlem. 1 second. 1 second, Harlem. Harlem. 1 second here, Harlem. You had enough to say already. BK, you're the same guy in that last series was trashing Knicks, saying, "Oh, if Celtics were fully healthy, I'd rather them be a fully healthy team."
Well,
You bashing the Knicks. Stop it! Stop it! Stop flip-flopping.
If you have key players injured, I'm not gonna go out there like if I use the pool analogy, man. If I'm getting my ass kicked and then my opponent scratches on the 8-ball, I'm not gonna go beat my chest.
Hang on, BK,
Right, but BK, he's saying if you're gonna make a
Salute to you,
choice,
though, Gary.
then
Yo, Gary, salute to you, though,
he's saying
Gary.
if
You
you're
was
gonna make a
right.
choice,
The
at least
Pacers was
stick
the better
with
team.
it all the way.
Listen,
Like
I'm not a
you
sore
can't be
loser, bro.
I'm an analyst. I keep telling you guys, man. Looking at it, I had the Knicks in
So you
6
see
when
how I
I
just did that, Gary?
I had Pacers in 6,
So Gary,
and I was right.
so
there
Gary,
you go.
remember Gary, right? Next year we gonna be back, right? And I'm gonna still talk my shit. And when we win, Gary, just remember that I came up here because I don't want niggas saying, yo, Harlem Duck Smoke, he ain't, bro. I'm giving credit. You hear me? Give credit, John, right? You feel me? Unlike your dick eating ass, you hear me giving credit, something that you're not capable of doing. The Pacers won. Congrats to them. The Knicks will be back next year. So remember I said that, Gary. That's something that me and John can't do. So
Your
when the
Knicks
Knicks
are
win,
in trouble.
remember
Your
John
Knicks
come up
are
and
in
he gonna make
trouble.
every excuse again.
Have fun paying Mikal.
Just
Have fun
remember
paying
that,
Mikal,
Gary.
Harlem. Have fun paying Mikal, bro.
All right. So Harlem, what
anyway,
happened? You watched the game. I only watched the first half. I didn't get a chance to watch the second half. What happened, man? Like they just what happened? Explain it to me.
And the second half, yo, listen. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I lost a lot of breath on the Knicks tonight. That shit got me tight. I ain't gonna lie, man. Show me that. The hat.
This is why Harlem is so emotional right now. It ain't about Breeze, eh? It's about you losing some.
No. Yo, bro, I'm not emotional. Yo, bro, I'm not emotional at all. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, BK, you want to know what's so funny, right? I'm mad about the bread, but it ain't even about the bread. Like, the Knicks losing, that just put us in better position to make a move. Because now all that means is by us losing, we know we have to upgrade the roster and get better pieces. So actually, thank you, John. I'm actually glad that we lost because we're going to get better.
What assets do you have, though? You have one pick to work with. You have a pick to work with.
If you think we're going to bring back the same team, you're delusional. The Knicks is
what
going to get better, bro.
Assets do you have? Wait, hold on. This is where I got to see if you know your team. What assets do they have to make any moves? They have minimum salary they offer. That's it.
Yo, John, Go ahead.
Hoops, what happened to Mitchell Robinson tonight?
Mikal Bridges is worth the pick because this draft is ass, right?
According to you, Hoops, according to you.
Believe in that.
Only you.
Let me just say this to you, BK, right? Let me just say this to you, BK, right? Karl Anthony Towns, he's up and down. He a good player, right? But he's very erratic. He's very up and down. He had a good game 5. A subpar game 6. The problem with Towns is this, BK. The nigga has he's allergic to stepping up. I don't know what it is with him stepping up. He allergic to it, bro. Niggas is shooting threes. He's not stepping up. He's stepping back. And then when he decided to step up with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Halliburton passes the Obi Toppin. He get a dunk. So his defense is fucking atrocious. You feel what I'm saying? Let me just say that. Jalen Brunson, he's not a good defender, but Jalen Brunson, he did play good. You feel me? Like, he played better than I expected on defense tonight. He didn't just get cooked out there. Bridges, he played good tonight defensively, but he got cooked most of the series. And, like, pretty much, bro, in my opinion, the only 2 Knicks that I think is going to be safe is probably Brunson, just because Brunson is like the main reason we got there. And I'm gonna say OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby, he had a great game. He pretty much had a good series. But those are the only two Knicks, in my opinion, that's safe, bro. Josh Hart, Bridges, Cat, them niggas could be on the first thing smoking. Like,
Did you
just terrible.
Did you read the report tonight that came out?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a Knicks fan, but
That's
they was
always been an
terrible.
all-
Yo, but hold on. They did get to the Eastern Conference Finals, man. That's a huge.
Oh, yes. A minus 81.
Right, cool. No. Cool. They did, right? But I'm gonna say this, right? I don't care about you making excuses about injuries and all that. Fuck all that, right? You beat Boston, right? Boston is better than Indiana. If you beat Boston, right, you're supposed to instantly beat the Pacers because you beat a team that on paper is better than the Pacers. So if you beat the Celtics and then you lose to the Pacers, then you regressing. You're going backwards. You're not going forwards. You're supposed to beat them and then pack the Pacers up.
They just don't match up with the Pacers. They got, like you just said, they have to get.
No. They a good team, LM, but the Pacers is not better than Boston. So you beat somebody better than the Pacers, and then you lose to the Pacers. That's like going back. What are you talking about? Stop Boston. They better than the Pacers, John.
I just who's in the NBA Finals right now? Them or Boston?
It tells you how much John
hang on, though, John.
Let Gary talk. Let Gary speak.
Go back 2 weeks ago. If Boston played Indiana in a 7-game series 2 weeks ago,
and they'd have won
before Tatum got hurt, right?
Healthy.
Who would have been favored?
A healthy Porzingis. Let's put that
If it's fully healthy, if it's fully healthy, probably
Boston would have won.
Wait, if it's fully healthy, probably Boston. But the way Boston was relying on the threes too much, the Pacers were going to be very aggressive
Boston
against them.
always plays like that. They won a championship like that.
Well, not this year. There was some kinks in it. If you watch the Celtics season this year, they were aggressing here and there. Yes, they were still winning a lot, but they weren't the team they were a championship ago. They were.
So let me ask the panel this, man. If you're a Boston Celtics fans, how do you feel about this new ownership group coming in and just tearing everything down? Because the main reason why they didn't win was really because of the injuries. You didn't really have a healthy Porzingis. And then
it's the cap situation. They're one of the most expensive teams in the NBA.
What is your love affair with Porzingis?
Yeah, seriously, he loves injured players. This guy loves injured players, man.
Well, there's no such. I mean, listen, guys are going to get hurt, man. I mean, that's just how it is. It's just the degree of how they get hurt. But a lot of these
why they got to be on the Nets?
Well, let me guess. Wait, Gary. Let me guess. KP spaces the floor, right? BK, that's why you want him.
And he plays defense.
Oh,
no, he does not play defense.
He plays defense, yo.
Come on, he's one of the best players in basketball, BK.
What?
Gary, he wants to trade Cam Thomas for KP, man. That's how far he's going.
Boston's better without him. Without him, there's no point of attack.
Yo, Gary, I'm gonna say
With
this
him
to
on
you,
the floor, you attack him.
Gary.
I'm
gonna say this to you, right?
Oh, Gary.
Now, Gary,
they were better without Porzingis. How come they didn't beat the Knicks?
Okay.
They won a championship without
Porzingis. You really think, Gary?
Is he really making KP that big of a deal right now?
Porzingis sucks,
Yo, Gary,
bro.
let me ask something, Gary.
They won a title without him.
You really believe? Hey, hold on, John. Yo, Gary, you really believe in your heart of hearts that the Pacers is gonna beat OKC?
Yeah, I said when they beat Cleveland, they're gonna win championship.
Yeah, I got
You know what it is? I think the Pacers, in terms of they both are fast-paced
OKC. That's nasty.
They both are fast-paced
I got
teams,
OKC
so they kind of match up evenly.
Listen. Indiana's fast-paced, and they play under control, man. It's not like they're just like recklessly turning the ball over. They play under control with the fast pace, and they play defense.
It might be hard because
I want to know how you say something like
I'm gonna say this to you, BK.
Educated, BK, but then you say something like Porzingis is a good defensive player. How do you say like? You made a really good point about Indy, and then you say, Porzingis
what? So you say he doesn't help? He doesn't help a team at all? You saying if he's
they won the finals without him?
Yeah, he did play, BK. Like
he did play.
They don't really need a Porzingis.
He stretches the floor. He can't rebound. He can't guard fours. He can't guard fives. Like, what is he good at? He can
Did
hit
you see
them
what he
open
did in
shots.
the
He's big for
Orlando
nothing.
series?
Like big for nothing.
Oh man,
His career average is
in the
19.
Orlando
Hold on.
series.
His career average is 19.6 points per game. That's not garbage, man. All right, almost
Where's his
8
block
rebounds.
He's 7'4" and gets
Where's
6
his
rebounds a
block
game.
set?
Big for nothing.
Oh man, listen, BK. If he was on a stack, team, he's not as impactful as you think he is.
Well, that's what I said. I never said he was an all-star player.
Why do you
He's a
think?
role
Why do
player.
you think
Nah,
Dallas?
yo,
Why do you think
John.
Dallas traded him?
Yo, John, that's not accurate though. That's not an accurate statement, John, because when he
How
was on
so?
the Wizards, he was averaging like 25 a game, bro.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
listen.
Where
Yes,
did
he
he
was
go?
averaging. Listen, yes, he was
I'm
in
just saying.
positions. Wait. He
And
was
where
in
the Wizards
positions. Wait, 1 second, Ellen. He was in positions in Dallas and Wizards as a second, third star. But what did those teams really do with him? They didn't hit a
He was
ceiling
the
at all
main
because
star
he
on
was
the Wizards,
injury prone
John.
most of the time.
Nah.
It was mostly
Yo,
he was
John,
injury
on the
prone
Wizards,
most
he
of
was
the
the main
time.
star, John. Wait. John, on the Wizards, he was the main star, right? And then here's the
Over
thing. Not
Bradley
only was
Beal?
he averaging
Over Bradley
25.
Beal?
Wait.
Over Bradley Beal, he was the main star.
Well, the top two, but what I'm saying is, right?
Okay.
Here's what happened, John. Let me paint the picture for you. He was cooking on the Wizards. That's what made Boston even jump in and get him. Because they was like, yo, he's cooking on a bad team. If you add him to us, and then that's what they did. So they added him because he was doing good on the Wizards, and then he just took Boston over the top. So that's
Yeah,
how
he's
that
averaging
went.
Offensively, he's like a cheat code. But to our point, me and Ellen McGarry's point, they didn't really need him in the Eastern Conference last year.
They have plenty
They
of
didn't need him
guys
as
who can
much.
score. They don't
They
need
were that
him
good.
out there being.
Well, I mean, because like Al Horford was actually producing, but Al Horford in these playoffs was trash. Yeah, they actually needed like a help because like Al Horford could replicate what Porzingis could do offensively to a degree, like space the floor out and and play a little defense. But like Al Horford was bad in those
I
playoffs,
understand
man.
you got
But
the
Most definitely was bad because he's 38 years old.
bro.
The problem with
Yo,
Porzingis
LM,
is he has
listen, bro.
a hard time
You
taking
and John
advantage
have a
of
better
small guys.
Yo, LM, I'm not even being disrespectful, bro. I fuck with Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. So I'm not even trying to be funny. Bro, you, John, Breezy, Breezy, Jay, Leaf, you niggas have a better chance of suiting up for the fucking Brooklyn Nets before Brooklyn get a good player, bro. Dead ass.
Oh, sure.
Off just playing for I'm being bro. Nobody going to Brooklyn, bro. Nobody.
You got cooked by Mr. Overrated. Stop. You got cooked by Mr. Overrated. You have nothing to say at this point to us.
And what happened with Jalen? What happened with Jalen Brunson, Mr. Clutch? What happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to Mitchell Robinson?
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this? Tips doesn't play his bench all season, and then in the elimination game, he goes to his bench, and Brunson plays like 30 minutes. I don't understand. I don't understand their game plan today. Like all of a sudden now they're going to play guys who haven't played all season.
Let me
they put up a fight, man. In the first half, they put up a fight, man. It's just I don't know, man. Like Indiana Pacers just have like yeah.
Yo, let me ask him a question. Yo, Gary, this question is just for you, right? What is the bigger possibility? Yo, John, don't open your fucking mouth, please, bro. Just stay shut for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
What's the bigger possibility, Gary? Them trading, them getting a new coach, or them making a trade? What do you like? What do you think would be like what would happen more in your opinion? Getting a new coach?
I don't think they're getting rid of Tibbs.
Getting a player.
Brunson and Tibbs are like family, so they're not getting rid of Tibbs without Brunson okaying it, right? So I think it's more likely they trade for a star than they fire Tibbs, because I don't think Tibbs is getting fired.
I mean, it's still up to Leon Rose.
Who would you go after? Now, I know John is gonna say this can't happen. That's cool, John. I'm just asking the question, so don't jump out the window, kid. Who would you trade for, Gary? Giannis or KD?
Well,
if you had the choice, who would you trade for?
KD, I would go after Giannis. Giannis has more left in the tank.
Okay.
And KD doesn't want to go to the Knicks.
I don't think Giannis
Okay,
wants
fair
the New York media. I think Giannis wants a team where it's not as crazy as it was with the Knicks. Because there are a lot of reports coming out how
They got
bad
a
the
trade
season was.
package for Giannis. They don't got a trade package
No.
for KD.
No, they got Cat.
Gary, do the Bucks really want Towns, though, man? He's been horrible defensively. Yes, he could shoot threes, but what else does he do?
Yo, Jellio, what's good, man? All right,
I mean,
Jellio's
the Bucks already are sinking ship, Gary, but it's like prolonging the inevitable. Okay, we'll be a barely playing team with Karl Anthony Towns. Why would the Bucks want that?
So if I give you,
Yo, Jellio, you said you wanted to come on. Here's the link, man.
Gary? What, Gary?
If I give you Cat and Bridges for Giannis, right? Bridges comes off the books in 1 year. You can dump him, and then I still have Cat as my building piece, right? Like,
that's nasty work, Gary. They need picks. They need picks to get young talent. Karl Anthony Towns could be 30 soon.
But why do that when you can just talk to San Antonio about getting the second pick and getting Dylan Harper?
Because San Antonio's going to get Durant. That's why.
Or they could get Giannis.
Nah. Yo.
I don't think they
John,
get. I think
the
they more
Knicks don't have nothing to
Giannis.
offer. So right now, I'm about to give you the package, John. I'm about to give you the package.
Right?
You ready? I'm gonna give you the package because you said we have nothing, right?
I'll make sure they're out the window, but go.
All right, so cool. So I'm talking to Gary. I don't want to deal with ignorant.
No, what's your package?
So Gary,
what's your package? Hold on, what is your package? Come on. Stop wasting smoke on me, bro.
Gary, right? So I got Cat Gary. I got OG, right? I'm giving up them two. And I'm giving up my first round. And I'm giving up my first round 2028 pick for Giannis. Talk to me, Gary.
No,
they hanging up the phone.
You're gonna have to take more salary back, right? Because you're at about 80 million. You're gonna have to take something back, right? But
Jellio was good.
You're on to something. You've got something there. You got something.
It's not
it's going to be Cat, a salary piece.
All right. We talked about
it just came out that the Knicks players was upset with Cat about his defensive efficiency. This
now
player.
Let me ask you a question, LM.
The Bucks is going to trade.
Do you think
somebody
the Bucks don't want Towns?
I don't understand why you think the Bucks have a choice. Did Dallas have a choice in trading Luka? No, the NBA.
Gary, my point is they have better. Gary, my point is they have better options than the Knicks. That's what I'm saying. They don't have to do
better options than the Knicks.
Why does Giannis want to play for the Knicks?
LM, you just speaking from a Knicks hating perspective because you don't want them to get.
Stop the bullshit, Harlem. Stop it,
bro.
Oh, here we go.
But y'all in the city element.
Harlem, you're a desperate Knicks fan that can't accept the reality you got beat by Mr. Overrated. Stop it.
I'm talking to LM, bro.
Desperation. Desperation.
Chill, bro.
What I'm saying,
bro, you stink of desperation, dude.
If I'm Milwaukee, right, I'm not saying that the Cat deal is not bad.
Gary, you can't even take this kid serious, bro.
We can't take you serious. You want the Bucks to take the big meow who can give you just 3-point shots. Stop it.
Did you just hear what Gary said? They don't have a choice. If Giannis says, listen, bro, if Giannis requests
that's Gary's opinion. Right, it's not that. Oh God.
That's not, bro. If Giannis requests a trade, John, right? There's nothing that they can do. If he says to the Bucks organization, I want to go to the fucking Knicks, you feel me? The Bucks is gonna take back whoever the fuck, like, you can say they don't want to trade. They're gonna take back.
You're gonna get what I give you.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. We really want Bridges. We really want them, man. They just got cooked by the Pacers. We really want them. Come on.
Bro, you missing the point, John. It's not what the Bucks want. If Giannis went out, at that point, you either take back what the fuck we give you, or you rebuild. You take back Cat, OG.
You want my offseason prediction? Here's my offseason prediction. The Bucks trade Giannis to the Knicks, and in return, Boston will get the number 1 pick. Boston will get AJ DeBanza, and the number 2 pick in next year's lottery will go to Milwaukee, and they'll get Boozer or whatever.
And that's Boozer, right?
And the Knicks will get
Boozer,
Giannis,
right?
whatever. The Knicks will get Giannis, and they'll give Cat and some pieces to Milwaukee. That's what's going to happen.
That ain't happening. Listen, I would give the Rockets and Spurs higher odds to get Giannis than I ever would the Knicks because they actually have stuff to give them.
John,
they actually have
the
good stuff to
NBA
give
doesn't
them.
That's why I
care.
just
There
said,
were better
in
trade
hindsight-
options for Luka. Did the NBA care? No, the NBA said Luka's
Yo,
going
John,
to the Lakers because that's good.
First off, the NBA officials better clean up their acts. Wait, they better clean up their acts. What we saw tonight, Gary, was disgusting. These Knicks players are allowed to kick other players in the nuts, and you review that, and you don't call that a charge? Stop it! Yo, the NBA officials, you may be desperate to help the Knicks win, but guess what? Blew up in your face tonight.
Yo, John,
Stop
I'm
it.
gonna say this to you,
Stop
John.
that.
I'm gonna say this to you, John. Right? So I'm gonna say this to you, right? I don't disagree with you, right? But I will say this: Karl Anthony Towns is very unorthodox, and when he comes to the rim, I think because of how he like drives to the rim and it looks so weird and awkward, he accidentally does it. So it's not like
it wasn't accidental. He straight up kicked Turner in the balls, bro.
No.
The dude was in pain.
No. Yo, John. Yo, John.
Come on, Harlem.
Yo, John. Listen to what I'm saying because you. No. Listen to what I'm saying because you're not listening. I'm
no,
saying
you're trying
I
to
don't
make
think he's
for
intentionally doing it. I'm not. I'm just telling you. I don't think he's intentionally
okay,
doing it.
Well, what about Towns knocking himself in a knee smith tonight? What about him colliding on Neesmith, nearly breaking his kneecap? Did you see that play too? Was that an accident?
John.
Full body.
John.
Yo, bro, you gotta stop
it's
it,
been
bro.
a physical series all series.
The refs weren't doing their job this series, in this game specifically.
I agree with that. The refs were horrible this series. I definitely agree with that.
Listen, I understand that the Knicks are. Wait, I understand it. The Knicks. Listen, I understand it. The Knicks are not a championship roster, but they're a ratings draw. I understand that whole thing, but you can't BS your way to a finals like that. You can't do that. So this Giannis to Knicks stuff, it's smoke, man. At this point.
Wait. So, yo, John, so let me ask you a question, John. Right? Is Minnesota a championship roster?
Potentially, if they actually had a second star next to Ant-Man.
So no.
So, bro,
currently constituted. No.
You don't.
No. Can I win a title with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert? Of course not.
So no. The answer is no.
Yo, Gary.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary. That was my answer. I always knew they weren't going to win a title because Ant-Man's by himself.
Well, I don't think Ant-Man by himself because he didn't show up. So let's keep it real.
Man.
Like Ant-Man
without Ant-Man, they are not even in the. They aren't even in the Western Conference Finals without Ant-Man. Stop, bro. Come on.
So if you're gonna say that, then John, right? Then like we gotta flip it and say the Knicks wouldn't be where they was at without Jalen Brunson, correct?
I said that. Even when I talk about your Knicks, man, I do acknowledge that without him, they have nowhere to go at this point.
Every chance you get the dick eat and be a hater, John.
Oh,
that's you. So I had to make sure you was gonna keep it a buck for once in your life.
I always keep it a buck, dude. I came on here to your face. I said Pacers in 6. Did I not, Holm? I said Pacers in 6, right? I said it to your face.
Nah, no, I heard
did.
Gary say that
I said it on this show. I said on the show to you.
Yo, bro,
in 6.
Like I said, the only person that kept it real was Gary and Player One. The rest of you niggas is busted.
Oh, yeah. Stop it. All your memory is not that good,
niggas
bro.
was hiding. Niggas was ducking smoke. Niggas wasn't coming up here for days. We ain't fine. Like SL was on suicide watch. Now he over there on Breezy.
Stop.
Yo, my nigga, where was you all this other time? Like, stop it. Like, yo, bro, it's only 2 of y'all niggas I respect. Gary and Player One. They got my utmost respect, bro. The rest of you niggas, y'all didn't want to apologize. Y'all was making every excuse. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. It's only 2 of you. Gary and Player One, salute to y'all. The rest of y'all niggas is busters. That's it,
Player
bro.
One's a flip-flopper. That guy goes wherever the sun blows. Stop it.
I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to
Stop
hear it,
it,
bro.
dude. Yeah,
I don't want to hear it, bro. You see that?
Yeah, sure.
Yo, bro, the thing is, in sports, John, is very important. And this is just any sport. Never be a sore loser. Because your team is not always going to win, right? The Knicks is not always going to win. So everybody be like, yo, bro, the Knicks is so terrible. Yo, listen to me, right? Any way niggas wanna cut it and slice it, yes, most people had us beating the Pistons, right? So scratch them. Niggas ain't even give us a fucking penny of a chance to beat the Celtics. Not a penny. So the fact that we beat Boston, if niggas in New York, hold on, BK. So if niggas want to jump around and do a fucking million jumping jacks because we won, that's what the fuck we gonna do because nobody thought we was gonna win, bro. Period. I don't fucking care, bro. The Knicks went further than most of you rat ass niggas thought we was
All
gonna
right.
go any fucking way.
Let
So
me
fuck what y'all niggas saying.
let me segue to that.
Straight up.
Now, osmosis is like clowning the Knicks for making the trade for Mikal Bridges. I mean, would you do that trade all over again if you had a chance and you go into the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yes.
BK,
I would.
BK,
You know why?
hold
You
on.
go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
BK,
He did
BK.
nothing.
The point of
Yo,
BK,
that's a good
the
one. You
point
did
of that
nothing.
team, the
a
point
good
of
one.
that team was to make the finals. That's why you made the trade for him. That's why you did all of this. That's supposed to be a finals
I want to ask you
team,
a
not an
question. Though.
Eastern
Wait.
Conference finals team.
So if that's your angle, LM, right? So if that's your angle, right? So let me ask you this, right? All right, cool. So let's just say we keep Hartenstein, right? We keep Hartenstein, right? We keep Dante DiVincenzo. We keep Randall, right? Okay, cool. Everybody healthy. We got OG. We got Brunson. And say we beat the Pacers, right? Boom. We beat the Pacers. Do we beat OKC in the finals?
No.
Nope.
I think so.
What you think?
I don't think y'all
they'll
get
just
all right,
swept.
cool, right? So
I don't think I get swept, but I think
okay,
that's
cool,
a
right?
good team.
So no, cool. But y'all all think that even if you don't get Cat and you keep that other team, you lose the OKC. So the bottom line is, LM, right? Whether you get Cat and Bridges or you keep the other team, y'all don't think the Knicks will win the finals. So either way you slice it, it's a failure.
Oh, wait. You're talking about the last year. Wait, hold on. You're talking about last year's team. Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Harlem. What I'm saying is, if y'all made the finals, that would be a success because that was the whole point of that team was to make the finals. Even if y'all lost
if you
the
make
finals,
the finals and lose, it's not a success. NBA
yes, it
is in the
is.
finals, right? If they lose the OKC, it's an epic fail. You know why? Because next year everybody in the East is gonna get better. The Magic is gonna get better. Trey Young is probably finally gonna fucking get traded. No, but I'm saying if you don't win, it's a failure. Yeah, right. But y'all said if we had DiVincenzo and we kept Randall and shit, if they would have made it to the finals and lost, that's a failure.
Can I be honest? Your previous Knicks team actually had defensive grit. This team this year, they lost that defensive grit because you have guys that don't know how to play defense consistently.
Gary, how can you say making it to the Eastern Conference Finals is a failure when nobody had the Knicks even beating Boston?
There's two ways to look at that.
So technically, it's not really a failure because we beat a team that nobody thought we was gonna beat.
I mean, there's two ways to look at it, right? Like first, everyone fails except for whoever wins, right? Like that's one way to look at it. Like there are 29 failures in one team that succeeds. And then like the second, like it's not a failure, but Mikal Bridges did nothing to help you get here.
What?
Nah, he didn't.
Did you see him in this series? He was bad.
He stands in the corner.
Gary, I don't want to rag on none of my players, but Mikal Bridges was dog water. But let me ask you something, Gary, right? Who is the blame for the Knicks losing? Because right now it seems like they making Cat the scapegoat. I don't think Cat is the scapegoat. I think, listen, bro.
Hold on. You bugging right now, bro.
I don't. How am I bugging? I don't blame Cat, bro. He one person. It's a team, bro.
Wait, let's let BK and him go at this. Go ahead, you two. I got to hear this.
All right. For one thing, Porzingis. Mikal Bridges, right? It was he helped get this team to the actual Eastern Conference Finals. He made a lot of key shots in that. Defensive plays, especially in the Detroit series.
He shot 30% in that series.
BK, you got to argue me and Gary point. Me and Gary not talking about the whole payoff. Stay focused, my nigga. We talking about in this particular series against the Pacers.
Listen, they don't get him the ball, though, man. Like, what do you expect? The offense is so one-dimensional, though, man.
Game 4, BK, in Game 4, the nigga shot like 20 shots. He was bricking, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He was dog water.
Here's a bigger question. Why can't Bridges dribble? You know how many turnovers he caused tonight? The dude can't dribble. Oh, my gosh. Listen, I'll be honest with you this. Harlem, you pointed out when he was on Brooklyn. The dude can't dribble. Like, literally, he can't work on that part of his game. Dribble
y'all guys point in terms of like
That's
Tibbs.
fundamentals.
Yeah.
Dribble.
Hold on. Yeah, you guys actually brought up a point in terms of Tibbs playing these guys too many minutes. Maybe I think the Knicks just ran out of gas, man.
I was saying this for weeks to you.
That's why I picked Indy in 7. I just thought over a 7-game series, Indy's going to play physical.
Right.
They're going to run you off the court offensively.
Mikal played all 82 games, plus in the playoffs, and I think these guys just ran out of gas, man, and they just need to bolster the bench and get some.
They only have minimum salaries to do that, so like I don't think you're getting anything crazy this offseason. This free agency is not that good.
If you want to win, you're gonna have to go into the damn tax, man. That's just how it is. They have it set up to where.
Know why niggas is so delusional, BK, right? So. You got a dude named Cool Kid in the comments, right? The nigga said, yo, bro, this how I know Brooklyn Nets fans is on drugs for real. The nigga said, yo, Brooklyn run New York. The nigga's on drugs, bro. Y'all didn't even
actually, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? We're number one on Instagram and followers. Wait, hold on. Did you know? Did you know that the Nets are number one on Instagram and followers in the New York sports teams goes? Do you know that?
You probably bought the things, man.
God.
Oh, stop it. Will you stop it? Oops, come on.
Yo, bro, the Brooklyn Nets probably got more fans in China than they do in Brooklyn, my nigga. Respectfully.
Oh, my God.
So it's
there are Brooklyn fans everywhere.
Like an international phenomenon, bro. Y'all niggas got international fans, bro. Most niggas. Yo, bro, I guarantee. Yo, John, I used to live in Brooklyn. I guarantee you, John, no bullshit. I guarantee you, right? Breezy and them niggas over there is like a fucking penny of Brooklyn fans, right? I guarantee you, if you did a fucking poll, John, 100% of Brooklyn, right? Do a poll, my nigga. I bet you 85 to 90% of Brooklyn is Knicks fans.
Bro, stop.
I guarantee you, it's probably more Brooklyn. It's probably more Knicks fans that's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn fans are everywhere, man. How many Brooklyn fans I talk to online, man? Stop.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you, yo, John, leafing them niggas is a small percent of Brooklyn fans. If you was I'm telling you, bro, if you did a poll in Brooklyn alone and said, yo, bro, how many niggas in Brooklyn? How many niggas in the Bronx? How many niggas in Harlem and Queens? Bro, it would be like 1,000,001 Knicks fans, and it'd be like 15% of that would be Brooklyn fans, bro.
At the end of the day, we have a very fun, loyal fan base. We're not like Stephen A. Smith, who always just goes here or there. Like one day it's all Knicks, next day it's all the Knicks are screwed. The Knicks are done. Like you Brooklyn fans are not like that.
Yo, BK, yo, John, y'all got more niggas in the Barclays Center that's from out of town than you do from niggas in New York City, bro. Make that make sense.
If you represent Brooklyn, man, at the end of the day, if you represent the team, represent the team. That's how I look. I look at it way more simple than you are. You're trying to base it off of numbers, of course, because they were here first. They have a little advantage. But you know what? Brooklyn fans are everywhere. That's why we're rising up on social media. Like, we help keep that going, even during the tough times.
Brooklyn fans is everywhere. Like, where, John? Only Brooklyn.
Do you go online, Harlem? Do you go to any social media platforms? Like, come on, dude. It's the 21st century, man.
Only Brooklyn fans y'all got is Easy, AP.
Oh, stop.
Ice, LM, nigga. The niggas that be on these podcasts is the Brooklyn fans, bro. You go into the real world, my nigga. You go in Texas. Yo, bro, Gary from Texas, right? You go to Texas, bro, and you ask a nigga, yo, bro, who you like, the Knicks or the Nets? Niggas ain't gonna say the Nets, nigga. You could go anywhere in the fucking world. Yo, bro, you a Nets fan? Nah, I'm not a Nets fan. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
Stop it. You speak for everybody, Harlem. You act like you have a crystal ball. You know everybody's lives are. Stop. Come on. I know you want to dig at us, bro, but stop.
Yo, Gary, you ever met any Brooklyn Nets fans in Texas, Gary?
Nah, not one.
Damn, Gary, you got to go out more, bro.
What are you talking about, nigga?
Maybe.
So I'm trying to say, my nigga. Like,
I'm kidding, Gary. I know you're busy, bro. I know you're busy. But listen, Nets fans are everywhere, but yes, you Knicks fans have an advantage a bit in New York. But you know what? Our base is ever growing, and it's okay that it's not as gigantic as yours. That makes it even more special, honestly, at that point, being a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Yo, bro, I like the Nets. Like I said, bro, I'm a New York kid. I want
you saying we can win a title in 40 years, dude. You're wild.
yo, bro, everybody on the panel agrees with me, bro. Nobody sees the Nets winning in the next 20 years.
Who agrees? Anybody watch the show, you agree with Harlem? He wants you to agree with them.
BK agreed. BK say it all the time, right?
BK's trying to find content to talk about. BK is not. I'll be honest with you, BK. I question your Nets fandom a little bit, man, because you're willing to go from here to there.
I told you, man. I don't fuck with Sean Marks, man. It's not about.
Oh my
me.
God!
I don't like
Stop it, BK. You're either a fan or you're not. Not because the GM is incompetent at his job. Stop it. How many times I criticize Marks? Yeah, I'm still representing Brooklyn. Come on.
I can't represent Brooklyn heart 100% with
Yo,
Sean
John,
Marks.
like I told you, you got a better chance of you and Leaf suiting up. You got a better chance of you and Leaf suiting up for the Nets before the Nets get Nas Reed, my nigga. You think
let's see how this draft goes, because now it's about Brooklyn. Your Knicks are on vacation. Now it's about the Nets in a few weeks. What's going to happen? We've been waiting for this. You know what? It looked a little bleak a few weeks ago, but new day. It's a new day, man.
Get the number 8 pick. Listen, bro, you're going to get the number 8 pick, right? You're going to still have Nick Claxton. You're still going to have Cam Thomas. You're going to have D'Lo. You're going to have BK coming up here saying Nick Claxton ain't get better in 1,000 years. Cam Thomas shoot, he don't do nothing good. You got the 8th pick. He's not going to be good for the next 5 years. So the Nets is going to be dog water for the next coming years, bro.
Stick to that concept, man. I can't wait till if something crazy happens at draft that you're going to be like, yo, where'd that come from?
You win.
Well, actually, hold on. We got probably the next Giannis Antetokounmpo right over here, man. Noah Sanjay over here, man. Ellen, what do you think, man?
Noah Sanjay, what is he? 7 foot?
He's like
6'11", 6'10", something like that.
He's 6'11". Can he shoot?
He's decent. He's like 27%. He's a work in progress. He's a project player, man.
Yo, 27% is nasty work, bro. He got to get in the gym and shoot more. He got a post game.
No post game. I traded for the shit, man.
Yo, Gary, you remember Leaf on here talking about he thought Zach Edey was gonna be the next Embiid. Get Zach Edey. Zach Edey is dog water, bro. Because Zach Edey is atrocious. Boy got butterfingers. He ain't good around the rim. Can't shoot to save his life. Zach Edey is garbage, bro. Pack him up. You feel me? I don't see Zach Edey getting better, bro. He's only gonna get worse. Ja Morant was pissed the fuck off. Like, yo, get him off the team, bro. Zach Edey. Yo, John, you was fucking with Zach Edey, John?
I got a job off.
When we were talking about him a year ago on the draft, I was open to the idea. But when I saw him in the playoffs, I'm like, damn, he is very slow on the court. Like, if he can't get quicker on the court, he's like a bowling ball out there. That's a little worrisome.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Noah Sanjay over here.
Zach Edey garbage, bro.
Listen, if the Nets want to change their fortunes, do something aggressive on draft night. Trade up any way you can. We have 31 picks to work with. Mark shouldn't be scared to utilize these picks if he gets you
I scare all the Nets fans away, BK. You feel what I'm saying? I scare all the Nets fans away because they know they're gonna be trash for the next 20,000 fucking years.
It took the Pacers 25 years. I'm not kidding when I say it's going to take 25 years.
Stop it,
your best bet, BK, is to just do Knicks content, my nigga.
Because that worked out so well tonight.
Yeah, just do Knicks content, bro. You feel what I'm saying? All the real ones is gonna pull up, BK. This net shit, bro. You need to retire that net flag, bro.
I have a question for you. So that Pacers fan, was it good of the Knicks fans to throw garbage cans at him? Was that really real though?
No,
is that real? So stop, because you said real. Let me tell you, you know what's ironic? Can I say Harlem? You had your chance to talk. Harlem, you know what's interesting? You can take digs at me, LM, Rizzo, those other guys. Here's what we'll never do. We'll debate you, but never throw garbage at your face. That's what makes a real person different from a fake person. Stop it.
Cool.
Stop it. I come on here, I debate you. I'm the garbage at your face like that. That's some BS.
No. So, yo, John, so I'm gonna say this one time and one time only, right? And I'm gonna be dead serious with you. I'm not even fucking around. People have to learn, right? And I'm not talking about you specifically, John, but in life, right? And this is one thing I hate about people. People have to learn to individualize people. And this is a learning moment, John. People have to learn how to individualize and not generalize, right? So, yes, I am a Knicks fan. Do I condone people throwing trash on people? No. So don't say Knicks fans, John. It's those.
No, you just said that all the real fans are going to show up on BK Show if he converts to all Knicks. Will stop him. You got caught, okay? You got caught.
No.
And I had to give you a fact of life. I had to give you some truth. And I'm saying on that. I'm saying this on that.
Knicks fans, but what I'm saying is, you act like, yo, John, right? So in Indiana, right, a guy stabbed 2 Knicks fans, right?
And that was disgusting. Right? And I called it out. That was disgusting.
No.
That was disgusting.
No. Cool.
I don't condone any violence like that, ever.
No. Me neither. But that's worse than throwing trash on somebody. But I would never say, yo, all Indiana fans is like, because all Indiana fans ain't like that. So all I'm saying is, you can't just make it seem like all Knicks fans is just out there beating people up, because they not.
Of course not. Listen. I have Knicks. There are Knicks fans that debate me and actually can talk to me about different sports. But there are certain grouping out there that just are that bad at the end of the day, because they don't understand how to be human. You got to be. Listen, at the end of the day, it's okay to talk trash to each other. When you cross lines like that, bro, don't make you a real fan. Makes you really worse than that. Makes you really worse than that.
But also, John, right? Because you know that there are people like that. There shouldn't be people like that, right? I agree. But because you know that there are people like that, you do have to have some type of common sense too and say, well, you know what? There are Knicks fans that will throw trash on me. There are Knicks fans that will punch me upside the head. There are Knicks fans that will do something to me. So if I know I'm a Celtics fan, maybe it's not smart to wear a Paul Pierce jersey. So at some point in time, you have to have fucking common sense too. Because you do know people will whip on you.
Wait, let me say something.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying common sense got to kick in too, bro. I'm not saying I condone it.
I also think that's ignorance too, because realistically, let the guy wear his Paul Pierce jersey. I'm not saying don't have no sort of awareness.
But that's what I'm saying, LM. I agree with you. Let the guy wear his Paul Pierce jersey. Right, but you have people that will punch on you.
And those people are the people that probably need to get locked up or get mental help. Because you should not be punching a dude because he got a Paul Pierce jersey.
Cool. But at the end of the day, if you know that you liable to be punched on, right? If you know that, right? Because I'm agreeing with you. You shouldn't be punched on for wearing another jersey. But if you know, yo, there's niggas in New York that will punch on me for wearing a Paul Pierce jersey, right? At a playoff game, and Boston win, and I got this jersey on, you don't think that maybe you shouldn't? Yo, bro, let me tell you something, right? BK said he ain't been to Boston, right? Nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. I've talked, listen. Yo, Ellen, bro, this real shit. I talked to chicks from Boston before, right? I swear to God, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm a New York fan. and you know what they told me? Straight up. Do not come to Boston. Dead ass, bro. They told me this. Do not come to Boston wearing no Yankees anything, because them white boys, when they get drunk out there and you wearing Yankee shit, they will attack you. She already put me up on game, right? So at that point, why the fuck would I go to Boston and be the only nigga out there wearing a Yankee jersey if this person from Boston say, yo, bro, listen, the chances of people jumping on you is very, very high. At that point, who's the fucking idiot, bro? You still gonna go to Boston and wear Yankees? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You gotta use your fucking brain, bro.
Who's to say the Boston person that comes to New York? What if nobody warned him? What if he just went there saying, "Yo, this is a Boston jersey"? He might not know New York like that.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
But you mean
New York and Boston has the crazy. New York and Boston got the craziest rivalry in sports history, bro.
Hold on. Kids that's 16, 15 years old, they may not be too hopped on the history. So when they come, maybe their parents put them on. But the people that's 50 years old, yeah, of course they know about the history. But kids that's just being born that's fans of Boston, they may not know about that when they go to New York. Maybe if they going with their parents, they might be like, "Yo,
some Brooklyn niggas, right?" But I even hear Brooklyn fans saying, "Yo, bro, if I go to the city and I wear a Brooklyn jersey, niggas ain't gonna do nothing to me, bro." That's because at the end of the day, Brooklyn is still New York. So of course. Even though you're not going for the Knicks, you're still a New York.
I ain't going. That's not true.
All right, cool.
I seen that fans get beat up outside of.
So all right, LM. So let me ask you a question, LM. Right?
Damn.
So let me ask you a question, LM. So you're a Brooklyn fan, right? if Brooklyn is playing the Knicks, right, at Madison Square Garden, you done seen New York niggas punch on niggas, throw trash on niggas and everything. You going out there with a Brooklyn jersey on?
Hell yeah, nigga, it's my team. Fuck. If you gotta throw down, you gotta throw down.
Cool.
It is what it is. No, but hold on. But my thing is, hold on. But what I'm saying is, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. So yeah, I already know what it is.
No.
You on that, you on that.
Okay.
Then yeah, I'm going with my jersey.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is, so when you go down there, right, and you wear your Brooklyn jersey, you already know the ramifications for that. So as long as you know the ramifications for that, all right, cool. No. I'm just saying, as long as you know the ramifications for that.
All right.
But I'm saying, all right.
So Noah Sanjay, man, 25% from 3, man. So Harlem, I was wrong. I was trying to like be nice. So Jonathan, man, this is not good, bro. Where's Jonathan at?
BK, you know these players have to go to training camp, do those spring games. They have to work on developing their games. That's what all the prospects do when they get drafted, right? You know that, right?
I don't know, man. Listen, we're such in dire straits right now, man. Like yeah, go ahead.
Yo, LM, you better off just going back to being a Spurs fan, my nigga, like you was.
Oh man, yo.
I don't think, bro. I'm looking to the day I die, but I don't think.
Yo, bro, BK to me is 46, bro. By the time the Nets win, BK would be damn near a senior citizen, bro. This nigga would be retired at home.
Nah, listen, you saw the Knicks.
Listen, gotta be honest with you guys' lack of faith in the Brooklyn Nets is I'm surprised at this point.
It took the Pacers 25 years just to get to the NBA Finals, and it took the Knicks almost like 25 years just to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, so is the East? So BK, is the East really good right now? Wait, BK, is the East really strong right now? So we don't have a shot in hell. We have a shot in hell. Rebuilding this, right? Stop.
Things that make to the fans, thank God, that's probably have been alive from that moment to now. They good. They seen their team through the worst. They supported their team through the worst.
I'm gonna tell you something.
They made it to the finals. So
you saying that last year's team after they traded Ben Simmons, you think that's fun to watch, man?
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I love Cam Thomas as a player, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. In the next 2 years, bro, mark my words. If the Nets do not improve drastically and this is gonna be music to BK ears. I know this is what he's been waiting for me to say, but I'm gonna say it. If the Nets don't drastically improve, I mean like improve like playing, then make it to the playoffs like the next 2 years. Don't be surprised if Cam Thomas ask out, bro. I would not be surprised if he say, "Yo, get me the
only
fuck
way
out."
Cam Thomas the only way Thomas will leave his team is if we trade him for a superstar at that point. He's gonna get paid. The Nets are gonna pay him this summer, and not let him walk for nothing.
I feel like a real fan. I feel like if you're a fan of a team, I feel like a real fan is a fan that not only is there for the team's highs, but also for the team's lows. Not just going over there and be like, "Yo, we hot."
I agree with you, right?
And then if y'all
listen, man, I used to be like that. I used to be like that.
Bro.
That's just it shows no loyalty to me.
Yeah, hey, you got you there.
Yo, hold on. Hey, yo, bro, you want to know what's so crazy? I'm more of a loyal fan than you and John, my nigga.
Oh, get out of here. Stop it. Yo, Harm, you're full BS. You are full of it. Get out of here. No. Yo, Harm, stop it. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. You're not even a Brooklyn Nets fan. You're not even a Brooklyn Nets fan. Get out of here.
Yo, John, hold on. Yo, John, word to my dead grandmother. I'm going to say this, right?
You're trolling.
If you could prove me wrong, John, I swear to fucking God, if you could prove me wrong right now, I'd get the fuck off the panel. Right now.
I've been watching the Nets for the last 8 or 9 years go through all the highest of lows and the lowest of lows you can see imaginable. I've been through all with this team, so stop it.
Yo, John, since we've been on this panel, right? The whole last year, BK, you my witness. When John said he wanted to tank, it wasn't that the only nigga out here saying that the Nets will make it to the playoffs.
I'll probably come back in. You got to echo. Yeah, you got to echo. Let me see if that was it. Maybe the whole panel. Huh?
Of all the BS I've heard for this guy who is a semi. No, stop it. This guy who's a semi Knicks fan, a semi Nets fan, to say me and LM are true fans. LM, you were there, right, for 2017, 2016 when they were just straight up losing?
Listen. I got a question for you and LM over here, man. If Noah Sanjay is the next Giannis, why is not going number one?
BK, first of all, that was Podthorn's own hypothetical that he could be a Giannis. Me and El never agreed that he could be a Giannis.
They said this over here. Right here. Yep.
At the end of the day, we got to see if we can develop Sintu. Everybody wants to put fancy names next to certain players because he can develop. I can't say he's going to be Giannis. And first of all, that's so disrespectful to say he's going to be honest at this point.
Like Giannis wasn't Giannis entering the draft either.
Right.
Like we not acting like Giannis was this Giannis entering the draft. He was not.
Well, nobody knew where Giannis was going to be. Like,
that's my
some
point.
people take Giannis.
All right, hold on. Everybody drop off and come back in. Drop off and come back in. There's an echo. Let me see. No, it's whoever it was. It was either Jonathan or LM or Harlem over here, man. All right, so if Noah Sanjay, they said over here he's going to be the next Giannis Antetokounmpo. So why doesn't he go number one then, man? I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is generational talent. So that's my question for LM and Jonathan over here, man.
It says potential. Yeah. Like he's not. It's a difference.
Oh yeah, all these guys are based on potential. So we don't know what they're going to be.
But he's not a Wemby prospect. He's not a LeBron prospect. There's a difference between those type of prospects.
Let me just make this one point,
end up being
right?
Generational. And Porzingis is still a raw prospect. So I mean, it might be. He could be, but it's still a risk.
So why does he go number one then? I mean, based on potential.
What do you mean number one? How do you say he going number one? If Cooper Flag is in the
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, Cooper Flag, his potential is Andre Kirilenko, or Scottie Pippen. And we're talking about Giannis.
No, he's not, bro.
You can't. It's not factual.
This is why I feel like BK is so much slow because none of the players that's entered the league, except for the number ones that we've seen, none of these niggas who were who they were before they worked hard to get to where they at now. So the fact of the matter is,
listen, hold on, Ellen, you're not getting it. You're calling me slow. I'm not slow.
No, but BK, you're assuming this guy's going to be Giannis.
Hold on.
You got nothing.
We didn't know who Giannis was, when he was drafted. We know who Giannis is right now, right? So if this guy is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo, why potentially, right? Why is he falling to number 8? That's
first of all, we didn't give him that title. Some of these are pundit media people.
This is why I'm saying you slow. Just because they was called, if there's a certain prospect, aka Cooper Flag, who Noah Asenge is not better than, why would he go number one?
Is Giannis?
Why would he be number one?
Is Giannis better than
so BK, is Asenge better than Cooper Flag?
I don't know, man.
You don't know? Exactly. Oh my God. This guy didn't watch college basketball all year. And he has to say that bad answer to me.
I mean, listen, one guy, JP, it was good, man. Thanks a lot. So one guy's being compared to Giannis, the other guy's being compared to AK-47.
At the end of the day, did you watch Cooper Flag in college, how well he did?
Let's see if they changed. Hold on. Let me see if the scouts actually changed their
And can I be honest with you? You're taking Giannis for granted. There are not many Giannis-type players. And like Elam said, he had to put his body through an extreme grind for like 4 to 5 to 6 years to get that type of build. It's not easy. Everybody could just get a six-pack and like all that extra body mass overnight. You got to put work into it.
John.
Exactly.
John,
come on.
Yo, John, I think you so garbage and ball that if you was even on a team, nigga, I would trade you for it.
You a half and half guy. You a half and half guy. You a half and half guy. I'm all Brooklyn, so stop. You half and half. You half and half.
Yo, John, you are garbage. You
what's funny? You know what's funny? This is the same guy that said he would cook Jalen Brunson. He's the same guy who said he could guard Jalen Brunson. Did I ever say I could guard somebody like that? Stop it. You are horrible, dude.
So let me tell you why I said I'm more of a loyal fan than them, right? And BK,
Yeah, okay.
you my witness, bro. Me and you
You're just trying to
go
get
at it,
clicks
bro.
on. You're just trying to get clicks on at this point. Stop it.
But yo,
Yeah.
BK, you could bear
Clickbait.
witness to this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Last year, right? When these niggas was all up here meat riding, yo, tink. Was I not the only nigga up here saying, yo, the Nets gonna make it to playing, BK? Wasn't I
We
the
would
only
have
one
got
saying
the
that?
11th pick. We would have got the 11th
Yo,
pick.
John, shut up.
We would have got the 11th
BK,
pick.
was
What
I
are you
not the only
talking
one?
about?
BK, was I
How
not
does
the
that
only
We
one
would have
saying
got
that?
the 11th
BK, was I the
pick.
only one saying that? Yes or no?
Well,
I'm
did
just
this
saying,
not
I'm
understand
just
the
making
words
a
come out of my
point
mouth?
about, like,
Yes or no,
Wow.
BK? Was I the only one saying
all
that?
right, well, wait, hold on. What was the question? Because I was what was the question again,
All right.
Arlen?
I said last year when these niggas was up here saying they wanted the tank, wasn't I the only one up here saying, yo, the Nets gonna make it to the play-in? Right or wrong?
They was or they wasn't?
They was. Wasn't I the only one saying that? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
We would have
Okay,
got the 11th pick if we were in the
okay,
Chicago
so-
Bulls situation. We would have fallen down through.
So
Ellen, can you
stop-
tell me we would have fallen
so
down
stop
3
it.
more
Yo,
spots?
John, so
Then we
stop
already
it.
would have.
Yo, John, so stop.
Wait, hold on,
so
hold on,
stop
hold
like
on,
you
hold
always
on,
been on
hold
the
on, hold on.
bandwagon of wanting the Nets
Oh
to
my
win,
God,
nigga.
Harlem,
When
Hold on,
you
wanted the
don't
Nets to
know
lose,
what you're
I was
talking about,
advocating for the Nets
Harlem.
to win. Don't lie, bro.
Oh,
Don't lie.
hold on.
You
You
just
never
got on the
wanted the
winning
Nets
train,
to
John.
win. You
just
said
don't
you
even
wanted
want
the
to
Nets
win.
to
come
win.
on,
Stop it.
You said
man.
we could do
Stop
this for
capping,
40
bro.
years. You never want the Nets to win. Stop
Wait,
it.
hold on. Wow, hold on, because y'all talking over
Bro, I
each
just
other.
sat
But
here and said I want the Nets and the Knicks to win, bro. What the
No.
fuck?
You want your Knicks to win, man. You want Knicks all day, every day. Get out of
bro,
here.
y'all just want me to want one team to win,
No,
bro.
you're a
Why does it have to be
flip-flopper,
a
Harlem. How can
competition?
anybody trust your
John, why does it have
validity
to be
when you flip-flop?
John, why does it have to be a competition? Why niggas
It's not a
can't want the Yankees
competition.
and the Mets
It's
to
you're
win?
either a
Why
fan or you're
niggas
not.
can't
It's just
Hold on,
common
why
sense.
niggas
hold on,
can't
John.
why
Let me say
niggas
this to
can't want the
Harlem, 'cause
Giants and the
I
Jets
was
to win?
thinking about
Why
this,
do
right?
niggas always have to
Hold
just
on,
want
hold
one
on, Harlem,
team to
hold
win,
on.
bro? It's all New York.
Hold
Yo,
on, hold on.
JP, great point, man. Great point.
Hold on. Let me
Damn,
hold on.
dude.
Let me tell
We
Harlem
got you
this,
there,
right?
Jonathan.
You ain't get me on nothing,
Harlem,
BK.
I mean, JP in the comments.
No.
Harlem to me is a rare case, right? Not even a rare case, actual weird, a weird case in terms of his fan base, because let me say why. In my
No, go
family
ahead.
and the friends that I know, that I hang around with, and who
All right.
I've been friends with for many years, they are Knicks fans to DT. My mom is a Knicks fan,
Mhm.
so it's war in my own household, right? So
Copy.
around the Knicks fans and the friends that I'm around, they have no regard for the Nets. So every time we face them, it's yo, Ray, you're an enemy to us. It's war. We don't mess with you. Cool. I can
Oh, Trey
understand that.
Johnson.
So when Harlem says he supports the Knicks and the Nets, I understand because there are some fans out there like that. But for the Knicks fans that I know, like my family would look at Harlem crazy if he said he was a half Net fan. They'll be like, "Yo, are you crazy?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you.
Are you
I'm
crazy?"
telling you, it's all for
I'm gonna tell you
clickbait. This is
why,
what
Ellen. I'm
Harlem
gonna tell you why,
does. It's
Ellen.
all
Right?
for
It's either you
clickbait.
the Knicks all the
Yo,
way
Ellen,
or
I'm
you
gonna tell
Nets.
you why,
They
Ellen. I'm
don't
gonna
rock
tell you
with
why,
that.
Ellen. Right? I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because like, here's the thing, right? So Boston and New York, right? They have been enemies for years, right? So this is how I look at it, right? I'm speaking for myself as a New Yorker. I'm not speaking for nobody else in New York, only me. If the Knicks lose, right? And let's say Brooklyn plays Boston. Imagine me being a New York guy saying, yo, bro, I want Boston to beat the Nets. My nigga, if you from New York and you don't think that that's crazy, I can't even take you serious as a New Yorker. So how the fuck would you go against another New York team because you're not a fan of them to go for an outside team? I live down south. You know the problem with up north niggas, bro? I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I live down south. Down south niggas, they don't give a fuck, nigga. They gonna stick with each other to the T. Up north niggas, we don't stick together. Them niggas in the south will tell you, I swear to God, Ellen, them niggas down south will tell you some weird shit like, yo, Lil Boozy is better than Jadakiss. They'll say some off the wall shit like that. And they don't even believe the shit. It's just that we down south niggas, we gonna stick to each other. Like, we gonna stick with each other. When you come up north though, up north niggas just do weird shit like that. Like, yo, I don't really like the Knicks, so I'm gonna go for the Celtics. That's weirdo shit. Nigga, you from New York. You
Yo, wait, hold on.
Let me ask Ellen. Let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask Ellen something.
Like,
If
you feel me? That's real shit though.
Let me ask Ellen, if Nolan Troyer, right, his NBA comp is Killian Hayes, why is he even up this high, and why the Nets is like potentially looking at him for what?
We're not looking at him in the lottery, BK. Where did you get the idea he's going to be in the lottery? He's not in the lottery. He's around top 20.
Well, that's what I'm saying, BK. Nolan Troyer was expected to go top 5, but he dropped because he wasn't really necessarily the player that he, you know what I'm saying, was projected to be. Guarantee he still could be. He's young, but realistically, he's not going to be at 8. He's probably going to be in the late 20s.
I don't know, man. NBA Draft Net is they just updated.
It's a mock draft. Can you tell him it's a mock draft, Ellen, please? I don't think he understands common sense. I really don't. I know you want to get clicks, BK, but come on.
Who do you actually think the Nets is getting? They're not getting Dylan.
Have you seen what we talked about? If you've kept up with me and other people's content, we know what we want to get. We have options, okay, to trade up to as well.
Get, John?
I like Fears.
I like Jeremiah Fears or Common Mallywalk. We need a point guard or a center. 2 main areas of priority for us.
So Jeremiah Fears is changing the Nets franchise, John? That's a real question.
We need building blocks, and he's a building block at point guard, which is one of the toughest positions a team needs.
BK, go to this guy's scouting report, my nigga. You good for that. Go to his scouting report. Is he going to be the next James Johnson of the Indiana Pacers?
But hold on. My thing is this, right? I think with the young players, to me, it's not about necessarily changing the franchise. If you can, that's cool. But for me, I just want better players on the team. Like the team that you're looking at right now, none of these dudes is better than the guy we'll probably pick at 8. Like,
they're mostly bench guys we got on this team.
Well, they said Noah Sanjay is the next Giannis.
Oh my BK, that's what they say. Does everybody have to agree with what they say? I need to see this guy play. I'm not gonna call next Giannis. Come on.
What I'm saying is Asenge coming here, if he gets drafted here, he might very well be the best player on the team. But what I'm saying is I'd rather we accumulate on talent because the Nets, besides Cam Thomas, don't really got a lot of talent on the team. So accumulate on all the talent you can get with the young guys and let them ball out and see.
I'm looking for it. I just don't see it, right? I mean, I'm looking.
Because you don't do your homework, BK. That's why you don't see it. You don't do your research.
Homework. Okay.
You don't. But speaking, you always say this draft is going to be horrible. Blah, 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 blah. Like hoops. You really think that's going to get people to want to listen to your content? By crapping on it?
Hey, listen, you want me to tickle your ear? You want me to be listen?
No, BK, I want you to do your research and talk to us like we actually do our research. Not trying to contradict what we say. You basically contradict all of our work. Stop.
I started this show because I was tired of
You don't even do research, John.
Yes, I do. You can ask LM. I do my research, right, LM? I read through ideas about different projects. I always have ideas. Stop it.
Bro, your research is bullshit. And then you got
yours is BS. Yours is BS because you're a half and half fan. Get out of here.
You are like a family. That's what you really are.
You are because you were loving Ben Simmons so much because he didn't do anything. Help his team win.
Yo, John,
thank you. Player one. I mean, player one got it right.
Hold on,
a game changer. There's no one.
Yes,
bro, how do y'all know that?
Let's pretend we don't know anything. Let's pretend BK and Hall know everything, and you and I are just rookies.
But this is why I say some people
John, Ribby asked you a question.
It's slow.
Because in a Brooklyn game, John,
you did not know what these players was going to be. Y'all only saying that because y'all looking at them now.
Be fucking dog. Yo, LM. Ain't none of these niggas changing the trajectory, bro.
You don't
know that. That's such a great take from a New York fan. That is such a great take. You're crapping on the Brooklyn Nets team. So how can you ever say you're a fan? You're no fan. Get out of here. This guy can't even pretend to be a fan.
Stop it. Let me, John. Let me say this realist.
You hate. You're a pretender. At least me and LM, we own up to who we are. We're Brooklyn Nets guys. Stop.
Listen. My nigga AP in the comments. Yo, AP, you ain't easy to suit up for the Brooklyn Nets, my nigga. Y'all got a better chance of doing something.
Right? Let's
Hold on,
keep
let
it
LM
above.
speak. Hold on. Let me hear LM. Hold on. Let me hear LM.
Jalen Brunson,
My bad.
Carl Anthony Towns is the number 1 pick. Jalen Brunson, round 2, whatever. Mitchell Robinson, lottery pick for the Knicks, I guess, or whatever. He might have went later, right? Respectfully, niggas got packed up by Tyrese Halliburton, who was a 12th pick, Pascal Siakam, who was 27, and most of the people on Pacers is undrafted. None of them niggas is top lottery picks except for Benedict Mathurin, who was, I think, is their highest pick, and he was 6th. None of them niggas was known. Nesmith was fighting for minutes on Boston. Nigga barely got any play before he went to Indiana. So respectfully, it's not about the pick. It's about, do these niggas got the mindset to get better and be something in the NBA?
How long do you think? But that's what me and BK saying. How long is it gonna be before they? Yo, bro. First of all, how long is it gonna be before they get competitive, and how long is it gonna be before niggas can actually compete to win a title? Me and BK just agree.
Hold on, I'll say this.
Just think Brooklyn ain't gonna win a title for 20 years, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, what I'm saying is, I think Brooklyn necessarily in 2026. I think Brooklyn is going to be not contending for a championship, but I think by 2026 they're going to be a playoff team.
I don't know about
that. Yo, you need to be drug tested immediately, LM, with that bullshit, bro. You need to be drug tested, my nigga. We're Adam Silver. This nigga need to be drug tested. 2026, they're gonna be a playoff. Yo, bro, you're gonna be drug tested, bro. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. That's a nasty take. You see, this is why.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to explain to these guys, man. You can just it's the eye test.
That's a nasty take, bro. That's a you see, and niggas call Knicks fans delusional. No, Brooklyn fans is fucking delusional, bro.
Wait. You was the same person that said the Nets was gonna be better than the Pistons this year.
Yeah, you did say that though.
Bro, and guess what? And guess the fuck what, LM? If they wouldn't have traded Dennis Schroeder, they motherfucking would have been. Can we all attest to that? Can we all attest to that? Because the Nets was actually competing and beating niggas with the yes, my nigga, yes. This is fact.
They always was better than the Nets. They always was better. It wasn't even the. It wasn't even the.
Dennis Schroeder would have had the Nets in the playoffs. And you, my nigga,
you want to know how? You want to know how I know sometimes y'all be going overboard? Because if you told the Pistons fans this year that they was going to win 44 games this year, they would have looked at you like you was out of your freaking mind. They would have looked at you like you was. Are you
did Dennis Schroeder make the Pistons better? Did Dennis Schroeder make the Pistons better?
He was balling out in the series against y'all. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying but he made them. He made them better, right? Because they had no backup point guard, right? So if Schroeder don't go there, the Pistons would have been dog water for real. He kind of helped them. So what I'm saying is the Nets would have definitely been a playing team, like I said, if Schroeder wouldn't have got traded. This is a fact, my nigga. They was beating good teams. Do y'all forgot when we went to the Do you forget when we went to the West Coast and we beat 3 good teams? We beat Phoenix, we beat Golden State, and then we beat somebody else.
You were still below 500.
Okay, but
doing that.
No, cool. But what I'm saying is, you could have made an argument that they could have been a playing team. So let's not say that they wouldn't have been, because my prediction was the Nets would have made it.
When you look at if you look at the 6, 7 for 8 seeds, we wasn't better than We wasn't better than Indy. We wasn't damn sure not better than Detroit. Who was 7? We wasn't better than Orlando. And we definitely
my prediction was
the thing is, and JDJ actually said the best thing, right? That I've actually seen right here, man. When it comes to these draft picks,
was
look at Ben Simmons, right? He was the number 1 pick, right? All he had to do was develop and get better, right? And he didn't do it. And the drive wasn't actually really there. So JDJ actually really makes a good point. That's why I don't want to bank everything on the top. There's certain players that actually.
He was telling you this for months how bad he was. No, wait, BK, you're the one who kept saying you want to run the offense, and he just has to do this or that.
All right, run the offense. Hold on. Him being a point guard.
The point that he said none of these guys come in as finished products. This is literally what I've been saying.
No, read what JDJ just said, man. It's hard to determine.
See y'all this whole time.
Yo, wasn't this the same?
Hold on, John. I literally said it's dependent on the player's mindset to get better.
And history shows me that like the probability of these players having a mindset not to improve, it's really, really high. There's only a few players, like you said, like
you're guessing. You
know, like 20. Most of the picks in the 20s like turns out to be nothing.
Okay, so Nikola Jokic with nothing.
It's a lottery, man.
No. BK, you just want to be right. BK, you just want to be right. You just want to. No, BK, you just want to be right. Stop it.
No, I'm just saying.
How can you say that?
I want to say this one thing.
In the second round.
Yo, LM.
This is the same guy that want to give Ben Simmons $15 million.
Stay there, LM. I want to ask you something about that. So Jokic got drafted in 2017, right? Okay. So here's my question, LM. How long did it take? And don't say nothing, BK, because I'm coming to you right after. How long did it take Jokic to develop into what he is, LM? Like 5 years, right? So if it took him like 5-6 years to develop in that, that's what me and BK saying. This kid that you talking about that's coming to the Nets, he could very well be good like you and John. I'm not disputing that, right? I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying it might take them 5 or 6 years. By that time, that's gonna be however long it's gonna take the Nets to really compete, bro. Which is no time soon.
Hold on. This is what y'all forgetting, right? But this is what y'all forgetting. Jokic got them a championship. So regardless, right? Even if Jokic never wins a championship, hold on, let me say he can help. Regardless if Jokic never wins a championship again, they had the withdrawal and the patience to stick with him, to develop him, to watch him grow, and they are consistently a playoff team from this point forward. They're not missing the playoffs.
How come the other second round picks like Jokic didn't get to Jokic level then, man? That's what I'm saying. We just don't know. Look at Claxton. He's 6 years.
Because Jokic was an anomaly, and at least Jokic had the mindset to get better.
That's what I'm saying. Most of these players don't, though. That's the thing. Most of these players don't.
I'm gonna say this to you, LM, right? So whoever you draft at number 8, if they turned out to be a Draymond Green, would you and John be satisfied with that?
Draymond Green got chips, so I mean, if he
yeah, but Draymond Green is not an offensive juggernaut. He's a great playmaker and he plays defense. So I'm saying,
I'll look at it like this: if he's a Draymond Green, maybe that player is not the best player on the team. Like if Cam Thomas all of a sudden started balling out and he's the Draymond Green next to a Cam Thomas, I wouldn't mind that because we got a player that can play defense. He's gonna do the hard work.
If he was a Draymond Green, would you be satisfied with that? All right, cool. Yo, John,
if we already got
John dropped off. He dropped off.
Okay, so
if we already got a star
here, being on thing, Ellen. All right.
If we already got a star,
that's not why you tore this whole team apart just to get a Draymond type player, man. I mean, the team really needs to get like real high end talent now, man. You can't just be waiting.
I don't know why you.
BK, I don't know why you high end talent, BK. There is no high end.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's yet to be. That's why I disagree. I think that's yet to be seen. You got to see these players put in the work. You got to see if somebody going. You might look in 2026. We might look at not even 2026. My bad. In 2029. We might look at a player from the draft and be like, yo, he went 10? Yo, he's actually nice. Like, we really don't know. It's a rare
thing. It's not like it's every single 18th, 19th, 20th pick or 25th pick. Like I said, the history shows me. What's that?
The team went to the finals. None of these players was top three picks. Halliburton had to put in the work.
So what about all the other 27 picks? That's what I'm saying, though. LM, it's a rarity. We just don't know.
I'm not just talking about 27. Tyrese Halliburton was taking 12. We don't know if Tyrese Halliburton might get redrafted if that draft is over. He might go high. So what I'm saying is, yes, you're right. I'm not disagreeing. Is the mindset part of it? They got to put in the work to be great. I'm not disputing that. But at the same time, the skill set and what these players can have, you got to give it time. None of these dudes is going to come into the league like Braun and stuff, and it is what it is. Brunson ain't coming in the league like a number one pick, but Brunson put in the work to get good, and he is where he is right now. Like, you got to give these players time, man. They're not going to be proven commodities right away. You just got to hope and pray that they got the mindset to get better, that they want to play for your organization, and that they want to, you know what I'm saying?
Sound like you giving a eulogy right now, bro. Real shit, my nigga.
You talking about a eulogy? You seeing the proof? You seeing the proof in the pudding with these players?
My nigga, bro, it's like you giving a eulogy, yo, bro. Listen, we can all agree the Nets ain't gonna be good no time soon, bro. We'll all be dead and gone before these niggas win the championship.
To have faith. I choose to have faith rather than be a pessimist, bro. It is what it is.
Wait, Sean Marks? Sean Marks steering the wheel. You have faith?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Regardless of the front office, is gonna be the front office. We're not the only team that has a bad front office in the NBA. So let's not do that.
That's why I'm not overly optimistic, man. If it was Sam Presti steering the ship, yeah, definitely, man. Yo, LM, I agree with you 1,000%. My thing is Sean Marks steering the ship, man. You know, it's drunken captain.
It could be Sean. Yeah, I won't disagree with that until this team won't be good until he gets out. I wouldn't disagree with that.
And that's the thing. If they could fire him, and I would give a Sam Presti if I'm the owner. If I could try to steal him away and do whatever I can to get him.
It would be a replacement. I mean, because Sam Presti from OKC,
y'all niggas is gonna put Bknyhoops in an early grave talking about the Brooklyn Nets, man. I'm telling you, bro.
I was thinking, BK,
let me tell you something, let me tell you something, man. If you a smart man, bro, I'm telling you, bro, talk about the Knicks, bro. I'm telling you, man. Look,
exactly. You got faith in the Knicks. Why can't you feel that way about Brooklyn?
The thing is, I just said they have competent management, man. Sean Marks is a drunken captain.
That wasn't the Knicks. Didn't always have competent management, though. That wasn't always.
Let me ask you a question, LM. Right? So, BK come up here and he has all of these delusional trades and fictional ideas. Nas Reed to the Nets, and bro, it's not happening, nigga. You gonna get John with pom poms, nigga, and AP and Easy up there dribbling a fucking basketball up and down before you get adequate.
I'm just saying, it's crazy that y'all niggas talk about y'all team, that supposed team that y'all love.
I'm just saying, at this point, y'all niggas need to just get all
me why y'all not real Nets fans, because y'all can sit here
hold on. I'm gonna find my old Sports to the Wire. LM. I've been doing this YouTube thing for 5 years, man. Hold on, I've been on YouTube for like 5 years, man. I had another channel, Sports to the Wire, talking about the Nets. Listen, I rode Claxton like a horse, man. Pause. And I was like, he's gonna be the next this, he's gonna be the next that. Don't worry about Jared Allen getting traded because we got Nick Claxton, man. What happened though, man?
Hold on.
I said pause.
But you be saying niggas I was riding him like a horse, bro. What?
Same thing with Cam Thomas, man. Like I went on Frank Isola's show and Brian Scalabrini's show when they were clowning him. I'm like, Cam Thomas. And then when I started really watching him and comparing him to other like top shooting guards, I'm like, Cam Thomas is nowhere even close.
Y'all haven't learned yet that everybody don't evolve or mature at the same time. Like it takes some dudes get better at 25, some niggas get better at 22. It is what it is. Like it's not
LM, you said you play ball, right? At this point, my nigga, you might as well go to the Barclays and try to get a 10-day deal, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, other than that,
it's crazy to hear supposed Net fans talking bad on their team. Like,
player wasn't that fan. Hold on, player wasn't that fan. He's saying it. Nets are in a really bad situation.
I don't know what player was.
Anyone who refuses to see that has you got two types of Net fans. You got delusional Net fans. So look, right?
It's not even
I'm gonna give you a
delusional
trade
Nets
package,
fans.
LM.
It's about having.
Yo,
It's about
LM,
having
listen, bro.
faith in your
Yo,
team
LM,
regardless.
listen. I'm 2K, right? Real shit, my nigga. I'm gonna give you a trade.
Oh,
that
hold
they
on, AP.
gave
One
me,
sec.
right?
I got you right now. Here's the link.
And this is a fictional trade. So I'm playing with the Knicks in 2K, right? I got the regular Knicks squad, right? Real shit. They give me a trade, my nigga, right? This trade would never happen in real life, right? The trade was OG Anunoby, right? And Mouse McBride for Devin Booker and Tyus Jones. I took the trade. You think some shit like that would happen in real life, bro? Absolutely fucking not, right?
Well,
But it's
2K
2K.
trade
So that's how you
simulation is
Brooklyn Net
garbage.
fans be thinking. Y'all be thinking y'all niggas is about to get
But
like
stop,
some
Harlem. No,
astronomical trade
that's
walking
not
through the
all.
door. It's
Stop,
not
bro.
happening,
That's
bro.
not all. That's not.
Try it, my
First
Yo,
of
nigga.
all,
LM,
that was
listen, man. I've been watching the Nets since 1993, man. No, actually, 1994. I was there watching every single game with the 12 and 70 Nets with the E. Gideon, and I've been watching all these Nets games, man. You
this is
can't say,
why I
oh, I
say,
don't.
but this is why I
There's
say.
a time when you just get burnt out, man. That's just
Hold
like,
on, but this is why I say. This is why I say. Like this is why I say that makes no sense because the same way that you're saying you've been watching the Nets for that long, there's Knicks fans that have been watching the Knicks for that long, and the Knicks has been garbage until recently. So how are you saying that? And niggas that's been watching the Knicks since those
I'm
years.
still doing net shows,
When niggas
right? I'm still doing
no,
net shows.
hold on. But the Knicks fans that was watching those teams for years, Knicks has been ass. They haven't really had no winning seasons, but they stuck with their
Bro,
teams
they
throughout
have.
the ass.
Yo,
Before,
LM, I'm not
before
telling you
all of
that I
that,
don't want the
like
Nets to win, bro. What I'm telling you is that
no,
it's
y'all
gonna
not
listen,
hearing,
bro. Let
bro.
me
Y'all not hearing my
simplify it. The
point.
Nets is
Hold on,
just not gonna be
let me
good
finish.
for the next foreseeable
Let me
year.
finish.
That's it.
Hold on,
Let
let
him
me
finish.
finish.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him
The
finish.
Knicks
Go
has been
ahead, my
the
bad.
Knicks has been trash. Not saying I'm
They
not
have.
counting the mellow years, but even before that, the Knicks have been trash for a while. Y'all niggas used to be the front of the
You're
joke.
right.
Niggas used to be getting clowned on. Niggas used to be doing all of that,
Right.
right? Now y'all at a point where
Right.
y'all can consistently see, y'all can compete for a championship, for a playoff team, whatever the case may be. So what I'm saying is those fans that was there for the clowning when the Knicks is butt, y'all the joke of New York, those fans are still
Right.
here today. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So even if the Nets is trash right now, and maybe when they get good again, niggas is gonna be like, yo, I was there when niggas was clowning the Nets. Niggas was saying we was dirt. I
Yo,
remember
LM, so
that.
let's take a step back, right? So
That
let's
might
take
be
one
the same
step back,
thing.
LM. Priest just said this on Breezy's show, right? Last night, matter of fact. He said, yo, it wasn't long ago that the Nets was actually good, right? So the Nets was actually good a few years ago. It seemed like a long time ago, but the Nets was actually
2022.
good 3-4 years ago. So since they
2022.
was
That was
good
the
a
last
few
time.
years ago, okay, right. So that was the last time. So that was a few years ago, right? So you know what that means, LM? The Nets is gonna be bad for a really long time again, bro, because they just was good. So now that means they're gonna be bad for the next 10 years.
Oh, hold on. Let me give you the timeline though, right? 2013, we
Go
made the trade for Garnett and them niggas, right? They didn't work out,
Yeah.
they did. So the Nets is the trade, we all know how that went. Then so from 2014 to 2019, we was dirt until D'Lo started popping. We made the playoffs or whatever. 2019. Then that same year, we signed KD and Kyrie. So when I think Sean Marks came in 2016. So 2019, so from 2014 to 2019, the Nets was trash. After Paul Pierce and them did them niggas was dirt. Then we make the trade for D'Lo. D'Lo come here all of a sudden, all-star. We know what D'Lo did here. Made the playoffs, got smoked by Philly in the first round, whatever. We won a game. Then Kyrie and KD come here in 2019. We are nice from 2019 all the way to 2022. I don't think necessarily in terms of years, the Nets really don't have that long of a history of being trash. Like it's usually like a 5-4 year difference before niggas start being nice again. So I don't necessarily see the gap that y'all talking about. Like it's not that it hasn't been a long time since they moved here. They've been relevant in terms of winning above
So
500
LM,
games.
so I just got one simple question for you, right? So here's my question. It's simple. is the goal, and this is for you niggas in the comments too. Is the goal to be good or the goal to win a championship? Because being good and winning a championship is two different things.
I think the goal is to win a championship when you got a solidified star on your team and you know that's the guy and you can put pieces around him. Then that's when I think you can start making goals of going in the championship run.
So they said earlier, right? I was looking up something. They said Giannis would be thinking about going to Brooklyn. He want a team where he can control and put the pieces together, right? Now, here's the thing. Any team Giannis go to, Knicks, Nets, Celtics, Minnesota, it don't matter. Any team he go to, they're going to give him say-so in the pieces that they get, right? So the question is this, right? If you was to pick the Knicks or you was to pick the Nets, right? The only reason why I think he would pick the Knicks is because the Knicks already have pieces, right? Jalen Brunson has shown what he can do at a high level, right? Now, I love Cam Thomas, great player. Only reason why I would put Jalen Brunson over Cam Thomas is only one reason, Ellen. He's done it at a high level in the playoffs. So he's shown you I can give you 30, 40 when it really matters. Cam Thomas has yet to even smell the playoffs. Now, if he did and he was doing that, then I would be like, okay, he could go either way. So I would pick Brunson just because of that factor, right? So you have that already, right? The Knicks already made it to an Eastern Conference Finals. So at the end of the day, right, the Nets have kind of regressed. So why would Giannis go there? You feel what I'm saying? When he can already come to a team that already could be like one piece away from actually getting to the promised land. He wants to win, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not fans is all for Giannis coming to here anyway, because it's. But if you entertaining, if you want to put in a bid for Giannis, we have the most cap space. We probably got the most cap space opposed from the Knicks.
I'm for Giannis going to Brooklyn too. I'm not against that. I'm just saying
you could probably go after Trae Young to add with him.
Who
you could probably go after?
You think Trae Young is gonna come to Brooklyn?
I'm not saying he would, but if Giannis is if you Giannis and you go into the Nets and you're looking for other stars, I think one of those pieces is you need a point guard with Giannis. I don't see why Trae Young would be a bad fit. He's a shooter, you know what I'm saying? He could play make.
Who you think is going to Brooklyn, LM? Realistically, bro, in the off season.
For me, I don't really know. I really don't. It depending on if the draft, but that's the thing. I don't think our team is in the point of going in free agency because you don't have a star. So it makes no point for you to go in free agency and get somebody as compared to 2026 in a better free agency. You could possibly go after a star in 2026. So to me, it's like there's no stars in 2025 you can get. There's nobody in free agency that you looking at that's gonna be like, yo, that's changing the trajectory of the Nets right there.
Yo, bro, it's only two niggas. It's only two niggas that's looking for a new team.
Nigga, unless Ant was up for unless Ant was saying, yo, I'm leaving Minnesota, that's the only person I would gut this team for. Probably. Unless he was, I'm out of Minnesota, I'm going after Ant.
So if Giannis wanted to go to the Nets, who do they have to give up for that?
You have to give up a lot, I think.
That niggas is not Nets fans,
I think Milwaukee will want Cam Thomas in that deal.
Yo, AP, welcome to the party, my boy. Where you been at, man? Now you want to pop up?
I was in the comments. Y'all niggas is not Nets fans, bro. The way you got confidence in the Knicks more than the Nets, that niggas not Nets fans.
Yeah, one team went to the Eastern Conference Finals. The other team is in the bottom.
Once again, did they win? They peaked. Did you know they peaked?
Eastern Conference Finals it's a good thing, man.
And they peaked. That's they peak. You think they gonna get you again?
You'll add more pieces. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
But what draft picks?
What do you mean add more pieces?
What draft picks? What draft picks? First of all, it's another. Hold on. First of all, Bknyhoops, it's another year. Your man, Paolo getting better. He's having a better team. Like the East gonna be way stronger, and they gonna know how the Knicks play already. So it's over.
Yo, bro, knock it off, AP.
It's over for the Knicks, nigga. I told you, nigga.
AP, bro.
It's over for the
knock
Knicks.
it off, bro.
Y'all keep hating on the Nets. I'm telling y'all keep hating on the Nets. I don't want to hear shit about this and that. Y'all niggas is not Nets fans, bro. I'm telling y'all niggas is not Nets fans, man.
Yo, listen. I like both. I can't speak for BK and
Nah,
man.
you don't like both, nigga. The way you talk about the Nets, nigga, you do not like both, bro.
You don't like both.
Nigga, first of all, the Knicks could be trash. You would have confidence in them way more than the Nets. So don't give me that bullshit.
Yo, AP, I was up here last year saying I thought the Nets was gonna make it to the
all right, but so why is your confidence wavering then, nigga? What changed?
My confidence ain't wavering. I'm just saying it's gonna be
nigga, you say nah. First of all, anything can change.
I said for 5 or 10 years.
Ella, them niggas is you and BK are not Nets fans. I'm telling y'all niggas need to turn in your card.
They
not. Yeah, but I'm doing Nets content, right? I'm doing Nets content.
No, you're not. Doing Nets content and not having confidence. First of all, we got our draft picks back. We got a better coach. We got a better coach.
Let's give an orange in the back.
Exactly. Y'all niggas win Nets games with Knicks fucking titles in the back.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna bring in my boy Lamont from FYF, man. Y'all guys think the draft is going.
Nigga, listen. You talk. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all not Nets fans. You have to bring in somebody to talk you down from being confident. Like, look at Harlem.
I'm being honest with you, man. Hold on. Listen.
Look how Harlem is with the Knicks. I swear to God, that nigga. That nigga said, Knicks is 7. That nigga kept going hard no matter what the odds was against it. So, at the end of the day,
I want Brooklyn to win too.
No, you don't.
Said, bro,
no, you don't, bro. No, you don't, man.
Brooklyn gonna be good for a few
years.
Yo,
you don't know that. You don't know that though. So, hold on. All right, let me just say this. What if Cam Thomas have a breakout season next year? What if we draft some player that end up being good out of nowhere? Anything can happen, nigga.
Well, I'm not saying it's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying it's just a rhetoric.
No.
All right, but my thing is, y'all saying it's over before it even started.
No. So AP, so my question is the same to you as LM, right? is like what do you want? Do you want a competitive team or a championship? Because that's two different things.
Hold on. You start as a competitive team, then you turn. Wait, hold on. You start as the Knicks started as a competitive. They didn't start as a championship team. They started as a hard-working competitive team. Then they turned into.
So all me and BK is saying is we're not shitting on the Nets. We're just saying it's gonna take years for them to get.
It don't have to take years though. It don't have to take. Y'all saying 5 years.
Hold on. I just
the Nets is gonna win a championship within the next 5 years, my nigga.
Who said win a championship? My thing is, you think the Knicks gonna win a championship in 5 years? Is the Knicks gonna hold up? Is the Knicks gonna win a championship in 5 years?
Then yes,
no. They peaked. They peaked, nigga. It's over. This was their year, nigga. They missed their window. This was their year.
That's not true.
Yes, it was.
Bro, you
would say that about Indiana last year.
Nah. All right, Indiana beat the Knicks twice in 2 seasons.
Bro. They just put that Knicks team together and they reached their peak already. That's nasty work, man.
Yes, they reached their peak.
But hold on. Also, as well, a championship team is not birthed in a year. A championship team take years to make. That shit not built overnight.
That's what, bro. You just proved my point. That's what me and BK is telling y'all. The Nets ain't winning.
No, but you said no. You asked a question. You said, "Do you want to be a competitor?" You asked me a question. You said, "Do you want to be a competitor?" I got.
Hold on, AP. Let me explain. Right before you even get to a fucking championship, before you even start thinking about the championship, nigga, you need to make sure your foundation is built. Who's the star?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what we trying to say. How long do you think it's going to take to get your foundation good?
Who's your Shay? Who's your Shed? We got to figure out who our Brunson first, nigga, before we even start thinking
But
about
that Brunson player has to be there, though, Ellen. That's what I'm saying. If he's not
but
there,
this is what I'm saying. And the Knicks, all right, and the Knicks did all of that, and they ain't win a championship. The Knicks did all of that, and they ain't win a championship.
No, right. But yo, bro, listen.
I'm surprised. Hold on. I'm surprised you shitting on them for getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, man. That's a huge accomplishment.
No, I'm not really shitting on them because, to be honest with you, I said they peaked. They listen. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. The Knicks are. Hold on. Let me say this. Wait. Let me say this. The Knicks are built for the Celtics. They're not built for no other team in the East. So they're gonna get outplayed anyway.
Adjustments.
What adjustments can they make? What adjustments can they make? What adjustments can they make?
Get a guy like Malcolm Brogdon if he's actually healthy.
And what money? They got. You know they got to pay. Hold up. You know they got to pay Mikal Bridges, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right. What money?
Josh Hart contract coming up.
What money? What? Yes. What money? Now tell us what money.
They don't have
that's why I said they peaked. That's why I said they had 2 years with Mikal Bridges to win a championship because they got to pay him. They have to pay him, and that's gonna fuck up everything. Y'all gonna be in the second apron. Y'all gonna be capped out.
Same thing with OKC too.
Yo, listen, bro.
So
this is
exactly.
the play right here. Cat OG 2028 first round pick for Giannis, man. That's the play, AP.
Cat OG.
So
first of all, let
me get like a Karis LeVert. He averages like 12.5 points a game.
Let me tell you something. You don't believe it. You don't even believe that. You know why? Your draft pick's not strong enough. First of all, the Spurs could outbid y'all. The Spurs could outbid y'all by far. They got way more draft picks. They got Dave draft pick. They got the Hulk draft pick.
Yo, listen,
they got
niggas could outbid us,
and they got better young caliber.
But a lot of niggas could outdraft us. But you missing one thing, AP. You know what you missing?
Yeah,
Giannis says he want to go to the Knicks. It don't matter.
But he didn't say that. He didn't say that though. He didn't say that.
I know he didn't say
that. All right,
that. I'm just saying if he
you wishing on the wishing well. You wishing on the wishing well. That's not going to happen. We talking about realistically.
Wait. I'm not trying to compare Mikal and Giannis, right? Mm-hmm. But none of y'all niggas thought Bridges was going to the Knicks, and it happened. So don't think it's far-fetched for Giannis to go to the Knicks. I'm just saying, my nigga.
No. First of all, First of all, he was part of the Villanova whatever guy. So yes, it was a major possibility because after every game, this nigga Mikal Bridges was dick sucking the Knicks every time they beat us. So we had a feeling it was possible. Now, mind you, you keep saying we won the trade. We got 5 fucking unprotected first round picks and a pick swap for fucking Mikal Bridges, a role player.
Yo, AP, like I told you, bro, you're more.
But the thing is, Sean Marks is gonna hurt. He's gonna hurt the Nets, man. He's not gonna really.
Who gonna hurt the Nets?
Listen, that the picks only is good if you have like a really good draft. If they would have got
again, you don't know. You don't know.
Hold on, 18. Let me.
Well, I'm just going by history, right? I'm going by history. And what player one made a good play over here. Hold on.
Let me give you a fun fact, right? When Boston made the trade with us, right, in 2013, right? We say that's a success for them because of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, which was supposedly supposed to be ours, right? You know when they drafted them niggas? 2016 and 2017. 4 years later. Niggas didn't know who the fuck Brown and Tatum was in 2013. Like we don't know. You don't know what those picks is gonna turn out to be.
You're right, LM. But that shit take years to develop, which means the Nets will not be any good for the next foreseeable years.
Harlem, this is what I'm saying.
Once again, and the Knicks, and I would say this, I would keep it real. I'm not gonna shit on the Knicks, but the Knicks peak. That's it.
Bro, how you peak in 1 year, bro? That don't even make sense. Hey, yo, stop
Son,
it,
they
AP.
peaked,
Stop
bro.
it,
They
man.
peaked, bro.
Stop it, bro.
It's not 1 year. It's not. First of all, y'all traded y'all defensive identity for fucking Cat and a couple of fucking players that don't even play defense.
Yo,
So let's be real
so
here.
let me say this, right? So let me just say this, right? So so you don't think it's so technically, right? If we being honest, if we going off this 1 year,
Mhm.
the only team better than the Knicks is the Pacers. If we going
No,
off of
no, no,
right
no.
now.
No, it's
What you
plenty of
mean,
teams.
no?
It's
Nigga,
plenty
we
of
beat
teams better.
everybody else.
It's
Yo,
plenty of
stop.
teams
Nah,
better.
yo,
First of all,
AP, I'm not gonna let you hate.
y'all
I'm not gonna
wait.
let you
Y'all
hate AP.
struggle.
I'm not
Y'all
gonna let you hate.
struggle with the Pistons. Y'all struggle with the Pistons, and the Pistons
AP,
have weak
did we
offense
beat
and
the Pistons?
firepower.
AP, did we beat the Pistons?
Yes, in 6 games.
I
In
don't
six
care.
games.
Did we beat them though? If I,
In six
if me
games.
and you
And
play,
mind you,
if me,
and the
wait,
Pistons blew multiple
wait.
fucking double digit leads.
If me and you play 1-on-1, AP, and I beat you
Hmm.
by one, right?
Yeah.
Does it matter that I beat you by one, or does it matter that
Yes,
I
it
beat you?
does. It does. Because it's something
Oh,
called a
stop! Come on,
slaughter. No,
stop!
wait. No, you
Nah,
play ball. It's something called a slaughter
nah,
where you destroy, where you certainly leave a nigga on
nah.
zero. People talk about that
Hey,
more than you beating them by
no.
1 point.
I get it. But a win is a win, correct?
A
No,
win
no,
is
no.
a
Wait,
win,
hold
but it
on.
matters how you win.
Hold on, AP. Let
Uh,
me ask you this.
uh,
Harlem, the team that y'all got,
yo,
Detroit
yeah,
literally just made the playoffs this year. With the team that y'all got, which is
yeah,
supposed to be finals bound, you don't think it's
yeah.
crazy? Y'all niggas going to six with a team that ain't make the playoffs since 2009?
Yo, listen, let me say this, right? So I'm not making no excuses, right? But the Pacers
Clearly you
should
are.
have won. The Pacers had
Clearly
more
you are.
camaraderie. They already been together for like 3 years already, bro.
Don't give me that
So
bullshit,
technically,
nigga.
it's the
You
truth.
said
It's the
Knicks.
truth.
You said Knicks
It's
was
the
Nah,
going.
we
truth.
You
not
said
doing
the
No,
Knicks was going to take them
we
niggas
not
out,
doing that.
nigga.
yo, AP. At the end of the day, yo,
All
bro, I
right,
went
so
to the
if that's the
Knicks.
case,
They
wait, if that's
lost.
the case, why
I
Boston
admit
ain't beat them?
it.
Why, if that's the case, why Boston ain't? Boston had more camaraderie
You
than
know
the
why?
fucking Pistons
You know,
and the Pacers.
you know why? Because at the end of the day, Boston played the Knicks style of basketball, half court. The Pacers is an
Nah,
up and
nah,
down
nah,
team.
nah. First of all, no,
That's
no.
real.
You know what's
No,
the
that's
no, no.
real
You know what's
shit.
the Celtic
That's real
issue?
shit.
The Celtic issue. They was shooting threes nonstop. They could be up by fucking 20 and they'll lose the league because they keep shooting threes. Y'all would have never
Yeah,
even
they
made it
can't.
past Boston. Y'all
Hey,
never would have
listen,
made.
it sound
First
good.
of all, y'all
Yo,
came
bro,
back
it sound good.
20. All right. Well, it
Yo,
sounds good that the Knicks is home right now. The
listen.
Knicks is home
Yo,
licking their
listen, let me
wounds,
just say
nigga.
this, right?
All
Wait. Yo, bro,
right.
you can't even talk to me because you went in the hiding with SL when we won, my nigga. So I
What,
don't even
Dan?
want to hear from
No,
you right now.
we talked about it. You said, nah. I definitely didn't go to hide, nigga.
Nigga. You ain't just pop up right away, my nigga. Stop it.
No,
You
you
went in the
wildin'. You
hiding for a
wildin'.
few days. No,
I
yes, you
definitely was here. I was in the
did.
comments,
You
nigga.
went in the in the
Nah, I
comments.
definitely
Yeah,
was in
in
the
the
comments.
comments.
I was at work. What you
You ain't
expect me to
pop up.
come on when I'm at work? I'm not gonna come on when I'm at
Nah.
work.
Nah, my nigga, you was in hiding. It's all good though.
Nah, I was in the hiding.
That's how y'all
Nah,
niggas.
he was in the
That's how y'all
comments.
niggas
He definitely
operate.
was in the
When the
comments.
I
Knicks
was in the
lose,
comments, nigga.
when the Knicks lose, y'all niggas like to pop up like roaches. But when the Knicks win, y'all niggas ain't nowhere to be
I mean,
found. But keep
AP
that
didn't even
energy.
pop up early this stream. He
But
was at
keep
work.
that energy, AP, because we gonna be back
Yo,
next year, my nigga.
no, y'all
That's
not.
it. Keep that
He
energy,
said if
yo.
It's over
AP
for
ain't have a
y'all.
over.
And
Oh
I bet
man,
you know what's gonna
yo,
happen. You know what's
you
gonna
don't even
happen.
believe
BK
that,
gonna
AP.
change his name back. BK gonna change his name back to Nets only, and shit gonna change. I'm telling you. Matter of fact,
He
it's
gonna
not even
change
that.
his name back to
I'm not
who?
even gonna say that. He gonna change his name to NBA instead of the Knicks. I cover the Nets and the NBA instead of the Nets and the Knicks.
I can't cover the whole NBA, man. It's just too many players. You give me $5 million a year, I still can't. It's too many players, man. just to study and.
I thought you was an NBA expert though, like you said you was. You said you covered the game. You said you covered the game. You say you covered the game for 30 years, nigga.
No, but you still gotta watch these guys. You gotta watch.
All right, but you killing your own point then. You discrediting yourself. You say you watched the game for 30 years. Now all of a sudden you can't do the NBA.
To a small degree, so it's a lot of players.
Yo, BK, you sounding less confident,
no, it's a lot of players, man.
All right, so I don't want to hear you compare anybody in the NBA to our players. Then talking about they got to be this player, they got to be that. You don't watch the whole NBA.
No, I'm comparing our players to the top stars, man, like a Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
This is for you and LM. Are y'all niggas real Brooklyn fans, or are y'all just fans because y'all from
Brooklyn
and y'all got a team?
I'm a Nets fan when they was in Jersey, so I'm always gonna be a Nets fan.
All right, so it don't got nothing to do with y'all from Brooklyn and y'all happy that y'all.
Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with that. They just happen to come to Brooklyn.
So if it was no longer the Brooklyn Nets, right, and it turned into the Harlem Nets, would y'all still be fans?
Yeah, that's true. JDJ's right about that. If I had all the scouting reports, yeah, I can actually cover the
answer the question, AP. If it was no longer the Brooklyn Nets and they went to the Harlem Nets, would y'all still be fans?
Yeah, man. The Nets are the Nets.
I'm talking to AP and LM.
I would have.
If
they moved to Harlem, I would be like, "What the heck?"
If it was called the Harlem Nets, would you and AP still be fans? Yes or no, nigga?
I would. Hold on. You interrupting niggas. What I'm saying is, I would be kind of crazy. Like, what the heck?
He not feeling the Harlem shit.
At the same time, hold on. Let me finish. I would look at it like, why y'all moving to Harlem? But at the same time, as long as they the Nets, I would support it. As long as it's Nets, I will support it regardless. Like, it don't matter.
Breaking news, nigga. It's moving to Harlem, nigga. So now it's
the
Harlem Nets, nigga.
You wish.
That's good.
That would be
So now, you can't be going. You can't.
Harlem don't even have that much space. Harlem don't have that much space to have a team anyway.
That's why you really a Knicks fan. It's the Manhattan plugging you, nigga. That's why you.
Yeah, you might as well just say Manhattan Knicks, nigga.
That's really what the problem is.
Yo, listen. Let me say this, bro. Yo, AP, you know what, bro? We gonna make a friendly bet, my nigga. Me, you.
We already made a bet, but you reneged on the bet though. But it's all good.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. I got a better bet right now, right? So this bet is between me, you, and LM, right? Knicks fan and Brooklyn fan, right? And that's what we gonna do, my nigga, right? Yo, whoever wins a championship first, right? Can't rep their team for a year straight, nigga. So, right? Whoever wins a championship first. Listen. Whoever win a championship first.
You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong.
Yeah, right. So if the Knicks win a championship, right? Before Brooklyn, right? You and LM can't come on no podcast and rep the Nets for a year straight. Breezy, King, like any BK, you niggas for a year, y'all niggas cannot come on. If the Nets win a championship before the Knicks, I can't come on no podcast and rep the Knicks.
You gotta make it more juicier. You gotta make it more juicier than that. 1 year? How about a lifetime? You can't rep the Knicks for a lifetime at the Nets win the championship.
Yo, lifetime is nasty work. Come on, bro. That's just nasty work,
lifetime,
a year
like
is good enough, my nigga.
Nigga, yo, listen. First of all, you said Knicks in 7, and I made a bet with you. I said if the Knicks don't beat them in 7, you gotta drop your Knicks fandom.
Let's do a year. Whoever win the championship first, the other team can't. The other player.
Yeah, he got you didn't live up to that bet, Harlem. So you
ain't live up to my bet. You reneged on my bet, bro.
First of all, why would I take a crazy bet like that? That's not even a realistic bet.
No, the evidence is there, man. The evidence is there.
What evidence?
Yeah, didn't you have a bet on the show?
What? Wait. No, we didn't. No. We didn't have a bet. My thing is, if I would have said to AP, yo, bro, if the Knicks beat Boston, right, you can't rep the Nets for a lifetime. You think he would have took that bet?
Yeah.
No, but you said no.
Like,
You said the Knicks. You said Knicks in
bet.
7. You said I'll bet anybody. So I said, all right. So boom. I said I'll pay you $100. I said I'll pay you $100 at the net. Hold on. I said I'll pay you.
Crazy bet. For a lifetime, a crazy bet. I'll do a year though, but I'm saying, but like you scared of
all right, so you gonna live up to the bet as a year then? You gonna not rep the Nets from the Knicks for a year? All right, so cool. No, all right, so I won the bet. I won the bet. No, hold on.
First, they can't get on and rep
hold up. I just won the hold up. I just won the bet, so you can't rep the Knicks for a year then.
AP, you bet him if the Knicks didn't win in 7.
Bro, this is a new bet that I just said, so that don't count, nigga.
Yeah, because he said he tried to bet me. He said, "Yo, Knicks winning in 7. I don't care what anybody said." So I said, "All right."
About the new year, I'm saying going forward, whatever team win a championship first, the other
that's not really a bet.
If you were Nick on your bet, man, I can't. Yeah, we can't take that.
Yo, what bet you talking about, bro? He said for a lifetime. A lifetime is crazy. I just brought up a simple bet for 1 year.
Yo, you were so gung-ho on the Knicks, man. You went all in, man.
You was confident. You was confident in the Knicks. You said they're gonna come back in 7.
You took the last like $2,000, man, and you put it in the slot machine to go hit.
BK.
You put it on the poker table.
Hey, yo, BK, listen, wait. If we going off technicalities, BK, right? If we just going off the Pistons and the Celtics, all you niggas would have owed me bread. You, SL, LM, all you niggas would have owed me bread.
Nah, me, I said the Knicks was gonna beat him. Right? I said the Knicks gonna beat him.
No, you said the Knicks was gonna lose to the Celtics, nigga. You would have owed me bread, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Stop it, right? SL,
but you ain't bet.
All right, cool. So what I'm saying is, I'm giving a fair bet to niggas, right? Y'all said y'all think the Nets gonna win. I said the Knicks gonna win, right? So I made a fair bet. Whoever won the championship. You feel me? Going forward first, the other nigga can't rep their team. If the Nets win
we might not even be. First of all, we might not be. Hold up, we might not be alive if the Nets and Knicks win the championship. So I mean, that bet never gonna really come through, nigga. So at the end of the day, it's just like, like what kind of bet is that?
Yo, hold on, wait. But you got faith in your Nets though. So if you got faith in your Nets. Then like
you said no. If you said all right, and you got faith in your Knicks, and I'm saying they're not gonna win a championship probably in our lifetime. All right.
So okay, cool.
But what we saying is the team, both of our teams is on 2 different trajectories. Y'all team is trying to win a championship. For us, we just trying to get back above 500.
You know what? I bet I'm gonna put it more in your favor. I'm gonna put it more in your favor, AP, right? I got you, right? You feel me? I'm gonna put it more in your favor, and I'm still gonna win the bet. You ready, my nigga?
Well, if you make the playoffs, that's what you said.
No. You said that the Knicks peak is the Eastern Conference Finals. Ayo, BK, this the bet right here, my nigga, because this is how confident I am in the Knicks, right? Next year, I'm not saying they're gonna win it. Next year, the Knicks can go.
They gonna go to the finals. All right. So if they don't go to the finals, then you can't rep the Knicks for a year. Right?
Notice how Harlem is putting up this bet when the Boston Celtics bring their team up.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. No.
Nah, no more bets, man. You gonna wait till the Boston Celtics break their team up, Harlem, and then you want to put a betting man? Get out of here, bro.
Yo, BK, mind your business, BK, because I would have took your. Yo, bro, mind your business because I would have took your money too, BK. You ain't want to bet. So yo, AP. So that's what we gonna do, AP. Me, you, and LM, right? You said the Knicks peak, right? If the Knicks make it to the finals, right? If they make it to the finals next year, right? Yeah. You and LM cannot rep the Nets for a year straight.
All right, cool. Hold on, no, wait. That's not the bet. Wait. At the Knicks, hold up. If the Knicks don't make it, then you can't rep the Knicks for a year then.
Exactly.
That's a bet.
Hold on.
That's a bet.
But no,
that's
wait.
My stipulation.
If he was Nick on his original bet.
No, hold on. Wait.
Of course he did.
My stipulation
AP's throwing you another lifeline, man. Don't predict this time, Harlem.
Yeah, don't renege.
No,
I give you another lifeline.
I'm just saying, AP, if we make it to the finals, AP, right? You and LM cannot rep the Nets for a year.
No, but hold on, man.
And
Like,
once again,
if
like I said,
BK, you not even on the bet.
injured, right?
Exactly.
I'm interjecting, man. Fuck that. I'm interjecting over here, man. Hold on, man. Hold on.
No. So if you want to interject, my nigga, then you got to be a part of the bet, bro. You can't interject if you ain't a part of the bet.
Nah. Hold on, man.
All right, you said, hold up. You said the Knicks going.
Listen, the Boston Celtics broke the team up. All of a sudden, you so confident now. You didn't make that bet. You didn't make that bet before the playoffs.
First off, BK, when he tried to bet me, when the nigga tried to bet me, it wasn't even a fair bet. Secondly, realistically, nigga, if I would have
that was a fair bet,
AP would have lost the fucking bet because Boston lost, my nigga.
How?
So shut up, bro.
No. What are you talking about? The bet was the Pistons. The bet was the Pacers. The bet was the Pacers. Yes.
But what we saying is, Harlem, you can't be making bets if you don't renege on the bet you and AP made, bro.
Bro, I
you
never
can't do that,
reneged
man.
on a bet because wait. Yo, LM, I never reneged on a bet because I never bet him. In order to renege on a bet, you got to bet. I never agreed to the terms, bro. I thought the terms was crazy, so I never agreed to the terms. So what I'm saying is, I made a more fair bet. He said the Knicks peaked right at Eastern Conference. So I said, if we're gonna do a new bet, if they don't,
all right, exactly.
To the finals.
No. Hold on. I get to make the bet. I'm gonna make the bet off of you. Wait. I'm gonna make the bet off of what you saying. If they make the finals, I won't rep the Nets for a whole year. If the Knicks don't make the finals, you can't.
No, not just no. What you saying is right, but hold on, it's more.
Hold on, wait. Can I finish my bet? Listen,
yeah, hold on.
At the Knicks, hold on.
But it's more to the bet though, because it's
wait.
Not
see, you all right? You adding different stipulations though.
No. You got the bet right. That's not what I'm about to say. You just forgot to add one piece of the bet. I didn't just say you and Ellen can't rep the Nets, nigga. Not just you.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. And listen, hold up. And if the Knicks don't make the final, if the Knicks don't make the final next year, you can't rep the Knicks for a whole year.
Exactly.
And player one, AP did adjust that. Lifetime bet is insane, but so AP is basically saying, that's a bet, man. Yo, this is the last warning, man. You can't be doing shit like that anymore, bro.
What you talking? Yo, bro, you ain't here. Yo, bro,
I'm messing with you. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I like. First of all, no, but like John and BK said, you got the Nets to rep too, so you don't even have to care about the Knicks.
Nah, bro. You ain't about to get me with that bullshit.
Let me wrap this up. Let me get some sleep, man.
Hold on, BK, and don't wrap it up yet. We just trying to get the terms of the bet straight. So yeah, LM, right? If the Knicks make it to the finals next year, right? If they make it to the finals, you and AP can't rep the Nets. Y'all can't get on no net shows for 1 year, my nigga. And if
hold on. All right, and that's cool. Wait. And that's cool. Wait. Hold on. I don't have to agree with. I agree with it, but then again, you can't. If the Knicks don't make it to the finals, wait. Hold on. Let me say this. If the Knicks don't make it to the finals, you can't talk about the Knicks for a whole year. You can't bring the Knicks up at all. You can't trash the Nets or none of that. All right, cool.
I'm not. Facts. And the same stipulations for you.
Of course. Listen, I don't even talk about the Knicks because you talk about them. That's the only reason we talk about the Knicks. So as far as that.
LM, me and AP got the bet. Are you a part of the bet, LM? Do you agree to them stipulations? If the Knicks make it to the finals,
I gotta be able to talk about my team, bro. I can't agree. I gotta be able to talk about my team, bro.
Cool. You see, so you're not really a real Nets fan, my nigga, because you can't do it. Yo, AP, so me and you got the bet. Me and you got the bet. Me and you got the bet.
You heard the terms, BK. Yeah, it's a deal.
BK, you heard the terms, right? So if the Knicks make it to the finals, BK, this nigga cannot talk about
next year. If they make it to the finals next year.
Gets up like 7 in the morning. He'll be bugging me.
Yo,
and
Ellen, you a sucker, bro. You a sucker for not agreeing to the
No,
terms,
I'm
Ellen,
not.
my nigga. Dead ass,
No, I'm
bro.
not.
Nah, Ellen is actually smart, man.
No, I'm not.
Yo,
No, I'm
yo,
just that
you know what?
confident. I'm that confident because I know the Knicks not gonna make it to the finals next year, nigga. I know that for sure.
Yo, AP,
nigga.
you want to know what? I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna try to get John to do that dumb shit and agree to the bet too, my nigga. For a whole fucking
pretty
year.
sure he will.
I know what Harlem's trying to do, bro. That nigga John
All right. Let me wrap this up over here. Like, comment, subscribe, share the show. When you share, the universe
I'ma holler at
shares
y'all,
back with you. Peace.
All right, y'all.
All right, BK. All right, y'all.